Everything's good. Can you hear us online? Can you hear us online?
You should help me throw this over and make it so
You go like this. Yes. Can you hear us now? Hey, can y'all hear me online? Can y'all hear me online? I don't know. Well, Damo, you know spell it. Or Marquise can look pretty much. Talker, audience. Talker. You brought the batteries? They were in the trunk, in the back. They back. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Not. Look in his bag.
I didn't know that.
All right, they hear us online? We're good on YouTube? We're on YouTube also right now, so go on YouTube and kill the comments. And we're on Instagram. Yes. Come on. Yes, my weird. Oh, no.
Don't zoom in?
Oh, no, if you're going to zoom, hold it here.
Okay.
I'm not going to shake too much. Is that who? On the group? YouTube, can they hear us? My audio good on YouTube?
Quadro.
Everybody in the chat on YouTube, let me know if y'all can hear me. All right, so.
Where's my phone?
They said yes on YouTube.
All right. So we're good? Best as possible? We're good. We're good? Flash for my gold teeth. Like I said, I'm a gold teeth. Like I should have. I didn't get my new ones. So we ready? Daquan, we ready, Daquan? Oh, that's nice. On the graduation decoration. All right. So, it is with great honor that I welcome all of you here today. First, clap it up for y'all. Clap it up for y'all. Come on, clap it up for y'all. And so, this was a little dream in my head, and also my comrades and family that came aboard, and we're here in Atlanta. Some of you know us, like we have Ilflick's family here. He's not here right now, but we kind of came up with this inside of his building years ago. We were talking about what are we gonna do to educate our Black family. And my Queen Marshall, we had Jalil, and we were like, yes, we're gonna homeschool them. And when we have beautiful daughters, like, all right, we're a new family now. It's like, all right, we gotta get them out of school. And I hate this white man's school system, and it's killing our babies, and it's making us feel like we're nothing and we're inferior and we're not given the proper opportunities. And so while we were in Ailflix's location with his queen, Minnie, who graced us with their location to do the event, educating us, we were able to start gathering families together. This is like, what, 2015? 2015, before we even had Brownsville location, we were doing homeschooling events in their building. And the family started to gather from there. Literally, that's when it started. Shout out to Sinetta, who brought me on his chat platform on YouTube. And after that one interview, several of you came to knowledge of who I am. Brother Damo walked in to our location on Brownsville, and he almost got jumped. You know, I always gotta say that part. Like, we said, who the hell is this guy walking in? And he's like, yeah, I'm here to volunteer. And he's been here since like 2016, nonstop, rain, snow, sleet, hail, hot, cold, anything. His queen came aboard in like 2017 or 1918, and he introduced us and the team like, look, this is the family. So, you're going to marry me. And he was like, no, you're marrying me. You're going to be like part of this family. So welcome to the family. And we have they have a beautiful baby on the way. And it just keeps growing. Marsha and I walked into each other. I was on Eastern Parkway dancing at Labor Day. And she saw me with coconut and some grapes and stuff. And she just walked up to me like, that's how I tell the story. But, and
I like your coconut.
Her and I defied all of the odds. Come here, baby. Come. Yes.
Yeah, get all the odds out. Yeah.
I love you so much. We had no plans of being together. We just was like, let's make it work, let's have fun. And Jalil came. And then our beautiful daughters were like, hey, what's up? We're in New York with you. It was like, oh, we're a good team. And I thank you so much for welcoming me to the family. I know I was like a capital A-hole. It was really difficult. For those who are conscious, when you first get into it, you want everything to be right. It's like, don't read that book, don't watch that show, don't eat that food, don't eat that fruit, don't eat that thing. And then they're like, who is this new guy? Mom, what's going on? What's going on? And so they dealt with all of it. So before all of the new students, my beautiful daughters were like the first experiment. They're like, don't eat that, don't do that. And they helped kind of cool it out. It was like, no, brother Q, you gotta bring it down a notch. And all of you helped me bring it down a lot of notches. And Marsha, we got here. I don't know, 15 years?
Right.
14 years. 14 years. It has not been easy. It's not supposed to be easy. We struggle, we fight, we argue, and we have a beautiful, loving relationship. She smells my breath every day. And so all of these little mini stories brought us here. When Marsha and I got lost in a hotel and bookings got messed up, figuring out credit. Sister Farash is not here. When I first started doing credit repair years ago, and I met some of y'all, I was doing credit repair, and I was helping people out, and my flight got messed up. All of those stories added up to here. If we didn't learn how to argue on the phone with customer service, we wouldn't have got the 2 BMWs that we got. Shout out to Marsha. Shout out to Sister Britannica. If we didn't have so many cars messed up on us, most people that gave up at the airport, they're not getting us this car. We stayed there with Marquise. We stayed in the airport for 2 hours, booking 7 different cars, calling all of the customer services, putting on we booked this. And we got the nice little expedition to come drive here with. And all of these things, I don't know if y'all know, I graduated on Rikers Island. Thank you. Yeah. And Chico, who died, and not making sure I got there, but making sure students like myself and many other students had no excuse. He cursed out the warden, and I was in a room by myself while there was a riot going on Rikers Island, taking my citywide test. And the story I wrote was about how I'm sitting in a jail cell completing school, and I hope that this letter works. And I got my diploma in Rikers Island. And these are stories that go up that just show and showcase the fortitude that all of you have. All of you have stories that let you hear. We're like, no, I'm gonna eat that. I'm trying to be conscious. I don't want my baby in that school, that damn principal, that racist ass cop, that damn thing. All of these stories led us here. And they keep adding on. And I appreciate every single one of them. I'm not gonna talk too much longer. I think what's you're supposed to have the sand clock? You know, hey, yeah, too long, Q, shut up. And so I am beyond appreciative of these stories. You know, to have all of you here, when this was like my idea with Chico, I ain't never going to the school system. I remember arguing in 1998, like with JP, I could build my own school. I do this better than you. I had no clues of college. My goal was to have $70,000 at 28 years old and be alive. Like literally, that was the goal at 18. I went to school for astrophysics. I dropped out of college because the school was not supporting me in my like XyayX. So I want you to understand that. I dropped out at 98 credits in college. The only black dude in New York City studying astrophysics. Dropped out because they were not supporting XyayX. They wouldn't give me a student loan at Medgar Evers College, which is not a black school. Says, you know, I cried in front of that school and I cursed out every single person walking near me when they told me it's not a black school. Stop saying it's a black school. It's just named after a black person. All of those stories, you can't say that here. This is a black school for black kids built by black folk, only black folk alive. None of y'all can walk through the halls ever, and I enter that halls, our little small face and brown, like, oh, white folks build it. Ain't no white person walk ain't nowhere near there. And like, we helped with this. Each and every one of you and all of your stories. I know when I met Miss Dimitri, and she was like kind of shaking and talking fast. She's like, I got the baby. You was there, Soraya, right?
No,
she wasn't. I did the black. I could have swore she was there, but you told me about Soraya. Yeah. And she's like, I'm a teenager. I want to get in the program. And then 2 years later, she's teaching with us. Sister Irene, like, y'all don't know Sister Irene on YouTube. You know my background. Sister Irene would not enter, we would not cross paths in real life. YouTube brought us together. You see what I mean? Like, and she's in the back of California mountains, living a very more prestigious life. And she's one of the first people that joined me in this mission. While all these people on YouTube were like, I wouldn't work with you. You too good. You too hood. Oh, you from Browns. You from Brooklyn. She came on and was like, I would literally put my kids in there and I would help teach. And all of these pieces, her stories that were going on, and all these pieces, Michi, when Michi reached out to me, I ignored Michi the first time she reached out to me. I didn't know who she was. And I'm like, why are you writing me this message? So I'm like, come on tour with me. She wrote that to me 3 times. I want you to understand. Michi asked me to come on tour 3 times. I ignored 2 messages. The first one was like a year. Then the second one was like 8 months. Then she wrote me another. I was like, let me look at it. I'm like, damn, I ignored it. She's like, y'all want to bring you on tour. I love what you're doing. We pay for everything. And we just want to promote the Institute. These are sisters. I want to keep piling all these sisters that just were like reaching out. Nyla Says literally puts our Institute on every YouTube video she does. Cynthia G. All of these people, Taz, all of these people coming together. When Sean came aboard, y'all don't understand, that made it real for so many people in the streets with me. Because it was like, Q, yeah, he's hood, but you by yourself. Sean came aboard. Damo's, musician, Sean is official street. So when he came aboard, that brought a whole community of respect. That was like, oh, you over there? And Sean said, look, I'm gonna be over there every day. We're doing community services, we're building programs. We had Travis getting beat up, Takari getting beat up by 11-year-olds in this small little room. If y'all was there, y'all remember it was a room was about 10 by 10. That's how XyayX Institute started. And we're now here in Atlanta. Like, this is just continuously growing. So I love all of this. We came here about a month ago to look for a location. And the woman told me that this would be the best thing that ever happened to the Bluff. Ethiopian woman. And I'll shout out to the Ethiopian community. Unfortunately, this sister does not understand the plight of Black Americans and plight of Black people of the diaspora who understand the diaspora fight. And her view was that, and who remembers my 4th through 6th grade class? Remember they gave you out a class about the Native Americans and how those white folks, crackers, did our community so bad? And they sneezed and brought smallpox and diseases that killed millions of us. And almost every one of us in here shared Native American history. And when I explained to her, no, that's my family that was killed by smallpox. Them crackers. I'm not even speaking from my African side. I can go, how you want to play this? And she was like, no, we want to promote unity. And I said, we want to pay you 5 to 6 months rent up front. The last 4 tenants robbed you. Your place looks dilapidated. It looks all messed up. And she was like, you know what? I don't think it's the right place for us. I love it. Because at the end of the day, we have 2 locations still in Brooklyn. From a small 10 by 10 foot room, and we're now here in the Sonata Hotel celebrating our first graduation. I don't want anybody to think that we have any hiccups. We started when we were supposed to start. Like, we have no budget. I want you to understand that we have no budget. We're hopping between credit cards. I want you to understand in YouTube what exactly this is take to have almost 150 students, almost 450 parents. No, let me show you. 300 parents, 450 people all together. With no budget, and we don't complain. All the parents put in whatever they could. That's my mother. While we were driving down here, I remember my mother taking us the whole block to Governor's Island. Y'all gonna come enjoy this good military pool, because the only pool y'all got is Sunset Park, and they pee in that pool. And she would have all of the kids come out, buy shirts, whoever needed clothes. We have food in the car. We'd be sitting on top of each other's laps. And while we would do that, she would stop and give the same homeless people money. And so while my parents is chilling in a beautiful house in Kentucky with their white folks taking care of them, this is because of their story. I beat my murder case because my parents never gave up. Never gave up. 7 years, not one court date missed. White folk. You know the best part? When I went back to the courtroom about 3 years later, the judge didn't know who I was. She looked at me like I was crazy. I was like, that's just understand that 7 years in this woman's courtroom, and she didn't know who I was 2 years later. No one knew who I was. That's how simple our lives are today. But to y'all represent every piece of my life. I'm trying to say you can't tell me nothing, man. Nothing. You can't tell us nothing. Y'all are here. Y'all will stop talking like this. Y'all are here.
All right, so we're gonna have a good time. Right, we're gonna get into
Don't tell nobody y'all trying. Yeah, we're gonna get into it. So we're gonna start calling the classes up.
We appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. We're gonna get right into calling out the names of the students that are moving up. All right, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Thank.
Oh yeah, let me get a Black Power. Black Power. Black Power. To our ancestors, we thank every one of you. To our parents, to our family that's not here, we thank every one of you. To our leaders, our civil leaders who fought to get us here, Marcus Garvey, Elijah Muhammad, Khalid Muhammad, Harry Tubman, Huey P. Newton. These are the names we bring up. These are the names we bring up. Ashe. These are the names we bring up. You know what I mean? I got my tear right now as I think. You know, so that's what I'm thankful for. This is the revolution. When we was arguing online about what's the revolution, this is it. I got to train y'all with some, it wasn't guns, but it was airsoft. I got to show many of y'all how to handle airsoft. Yeah. We're gonna bring y'all to the range. I remember when, I believe Kim or someone, Soraya asked what happened to the Black Panthers. This is the authentic, what Huey P. Newman wanted. These white folks ain't gonna stop nothing we doing. Ain't nothing gonna stop nothing we doing. I could die today. And I know every one of y'all gonna keep this mission going. Right. All the poisons in our hood, all the redlining, none of it matters. The jail cells, the white damn crackers telling us that we gotta separate our families. None of it matters. We will persevere. No excuse. We will get through this. Y'all are a testimony. They can't stand the fact that this happened. My black ass, excuse my language, graduated on Rikers Island. Credit was messed up for all then in most of my life. Parents was all over the place. And we're here. They can't
Black
tell
power.
us nothing.
Black power.
Black power. This is year 2. This is our second full-time year. Who's already planning for next year to be better? Who's already telling next year Black Power? We need Black Power. We're gonna be better, even better next year. Black Power. I think Marsha's gonna go. We're gonna pick which group's gonna go.
I'll go last. I got like 50 kids.
You gonna go first? You gotta pull out your students.
Don't tell nobody y'all saw me tearing.
How we doing, everybody? You guys enjoying yourselves? Black Power. All right, that sounds a little dead. Let's bring it up a little bit more. Black Power! Black Power! Yeah, that's more like it. No worries, about to go on to the next part of this ceremony. Shout out to all of you guys for being here tonight. Give yourselves, not tonight, this morning or this afternoon. Give yourselves a round of applause for coming out. We have family from Chicago, Florida, New York, clearly, right? You know, different parts of Georgia, Texas. Okay. Well, roll call. Here's the roll call. You know what I'm saying? Where you at? Africa, right? You got them online, the global. Florida, yes. Georgia. Okay, cool. Yes, I'm loving it. California. You from California? Okay, cool. Nah, but this is love. You know, this is all black love. This is black excellence. This is black power. This is black empowerment. You know, this is synergy. This is harmonious balance amongst everybody in here. I love the fact that we are all here with that common goal, which is educating our youth, educating our babies. That's one thing. Like what Q said, all of our stories, with all the different stories, it still led us here with that one common thread, is to educate our babies. Everybody is here to make sure that our youth are being educated from our perspective, right? Because we don't want anybody else giving them that education from their perspective. So I love this. I love that, you know, we have the parents. Some of us are here meeting for the first time. I saw these parents in the house in the Airbnb having the time of their life. You know, everybody was just networking and building. This is nation building. This is how it looks. This is how it starts. You all have to start from somewhere. I just want to shed that to you guys. My name is Brother Donald. I'm also the health teacher. I'm not sure if you guys know. If you guys see me teach health online. I also do music. Musician, right? So we provided music for you guys earlier. Like Brother Q told you guys earlier, I saw him on Sinetta's platform. I was there the next day. I was like, I want to homeschool my son. And they was almost about to jump me. They thought I was a cop. They had no idea why. Do I look like a cop? But yeah, so like I said, I've been there ever since. And yeah, I love it. Shout out to my son. My son is also in the back. XyayX. He had to deal with this. I had to put him, take him out of public school. Like every one of you guys. I met Q. He was a prime example because he said on that live, like, my children have never been in public school. I was like, whoa, okay, cool. I need that. I need to talk to somebody that has the experience, because experience is one of the best teachers. So a lot of us, had dealt with, the public schools and having to, de-roll our children from that element and having to put them into this new element. So I'm shouting out my son for that, but shout out to all of you guys too for having to deal with that too. Give yourselves a round of applause. That's a transition. That's a transformation that you guys have dealt with. Some of you guys have dealt with it for 3 years. Some of us, are new along that journey, and we're just gonna keep it going and keep it growing, and we're gonna keep flowing. Y'all already know it. You know what I'm saying? Yes. And I also want to shout out, all of the volunteers, right? Because I started as a volunteer, definitely, and volunteering, goes to show that's making sure that you can put in that energy and that work, and not necessarily see compensation for it, but it's more of, seeing the long-term goals of it. Because I necessarily didn't come in here for money. I wanted to make sure that my son and all other Black youth are being educated. This is why I also wanted to teach, because I was teaching in the public school system for over a decade. I was teaching music and dance and health in the public school system, right? So I already know how the public school system moves and it works and intricacies of it. So I wanted to step out of that element and actually homeschool. So I wanted to also apply my talents and services to XyayX as well, not just put my child in there. This is why I volunteered. And there's also a lot of youth parents out there that are volunteers. And we also have people that don't have any children in the program that volunteer because they see the mission, right? So I want to highlight those people and let them say some words to you guys, because this wouldn't happen. This wouldn't have happened without those volunteers, right? So I would definitely like to shout out Brother Marquis, since he's standing right there, right? You know what I mean? He has no children in the program, right? And he's also a gym teacher, right? And so he's not necessarily binded to, like, okay, I have to have my child in the program, so I have to make sure that, there's nothing attaching him to this. And he has been here every day, time and time and again, opening up our other location in Bed-Stuy, at 10 o'clock, being there on time. He drove also down there. So, and like I said, no children in the program. So he's not attached to it, like, oh, he can leave and then, you know what I mean? But he's here, standing strong. So, Marquise, would you like to say some words to the family? I know I put you on the spot here. Come on, let's go!
Health as well.
Peace and blessings, everyone. I'm Brother Marquis. I volunteer. What brought me to XyayX? I grew up in the system, and I really didn't have a father figure. So I know what it was to be, to have, not any positive role models. And in our community, we lack a lot of Black positive role models that our children need to see. So that's what brought me to XyayX, and I just feel like it's our duty, to give these kids a positive image of a black man, of a strong black man. So, I want to thank each and every one of y'all. I'm sorry, sometimes your children are a little too much, but it teaches me every day, and it gives me more patience, and it shows me what I need to do when I finally have my children. So, the children, sometimes when they get out of control, make them exercise and they hate it. They hate it. So, I just want to thank each and every one of y'all. Melody, Kenya, Quadro. I remember when Quadro first started. And he was one of the biggest crybabies. King Malik, Amira, No Sean, Takari, Nas, all of y'all, Joshua. Some of y'all online, I don't get to see y'all much, but just want to say thank y'all. To the parents, thank y'all. Black power.
Black power!
One. Oh. So yes, is Loveness available ready? So we're gonna have Loveness come on, and she's gonna sing the Black National Anthem, and then we're gonna bring in our keynote speaker. Loveness. This is exactly how he looks in my music video. He's younger. He's what? He's mentally constipated. Right, Lulu? You want to be attention. Everybody looking at you, huh? So Loveness is getting ready. Loveness, you there?
Hi, Loveness.
Oh, you can share the Zoom? You can share the Zoom on the stream now. You're going to go to applications. Go to share and then share application. All right, so you're sharing the speaker? What's,
I'm not trying to be mad right now.
yeah.
Okay, so Loveness, whenever you're ready, you can take yourself off mute, honey.
Wait.
All right, so
Hold on.
You want to introduce, she's a 46th grade.
So Loveness is about to sing. We're just fixing the audio. Again, forgive us for the little delays. Actually, no. Let's learn through these delays. So as much as it may seem annoying, let's learn as much as possible. I saw a post by my friend on Facebook today, and his son told him happy birthday or happy Father's Day. And his father responded and said, let's keep learning together. That was like a jokish response I could see. And so all of the hiccups we're going through right now, let's learn them together. We know what kind of BB guns to buy. We know what kind of places we're gonna rent, right? You know what I mean? We learn all this together. Booking. I know we're gonna book the van next year. I'm probably gonna buy a van. There's plenty of trips, what hotels we're gonna go to. Let's learn as much as possible, like who not to rent from. Because that's the key to sustainability at the end of the day. Can't tie your children's shoes forever. And for our Black community, we don't want nobody tying our shoes. Let us trip on our own. Let us get calluses. I think one of the worst decisions they did was showing the world that young Black girl who had to walk them 5 miles for integration. And they told us that story. Oh, she had to walk 5 miles. Everybody in the damn country and everybody in the Caribbean know you walk about 2 to 3 miles to school. That's just part of that. That's what happened in the Black community. Our ice is our ice, and that's the temperature of our ice, and that's what our schools is. Deal with it. But as we deal with it, we get better. Eventually, our ice gets colder, and our schools get closer. But they won't get closer, and our ice won't get colder, and we got the white men dishing it out to us, and they driving us and busing us to schools. It will not, has not, and will never not.
All right, so.
And it's an honor as she's getting ready, our keynote speaker, I don't know if you're familiar with Malik Zulu Shabazz, which you all should be, Attorney Malik Zulu Shabazz, National Black Panther Party. Can we hear him? But as I was introduced to him, which also brings me here, Khalid Muhammad. We're all familiar with Brother Khalid Muhammad, rest forever. Yes, I didn't Black Power. Black Power. Yes. So I got to us New Yorkers got to watch him go to war with Giuliani. And outside of the Israelites, shout out to my Israelites, the only time I've seen a Black man really go to war with white folks was Khalid Muhammad. He told Giuliani on national TV, "You can kiss we ain't going nowhere. We're gonna do what we gotta do," and he did it for the Black youth. Not everybody understands how powerful that was for our generation in our little city to see Black men fighting for us. And standing right next to him is our keynote speaker today, Malik Zulu Shabazz. So, is she ready?
Yeah.
Loveness. We about to Loveness. Come on, sis. We gotta hear that beautiful voice. So Loveness is in our 4th through 6th grade class. I heard her sing during the year, and when I say she has an amazing voice,
Say you sign her.
huh?
You say,
I want to. Yeah, she's one of those kids that we all should just be like. I don't know anybody else can sing in here, but she can sing. So yeah, we all need to get behind her and make sure she got that. Yeah, she got that. She got that voice.
You highlighted her.
Cool. I don't know who that is. No, that's advertising. Yes, Mindsex for adults and couples. That was an event, and it is an event that was put together by Ilflix to help families come together. That was also birthed out of the Educating Us era. You see how all these little things, so don't get mind by that. Look, that's on Wednesdays. Adults, yeah. Us adults, we be having conversations we need to get off our chest with other adults to see if we crazy. Maybe she crazy or maybe I'm crazy. We don't know. Maybe we both crazy. We just need to shit everything chill.
Okay. Go ahead, Loveness.
Loveness, let's go, sis.
And move over into the camera.
Move in the camera, Loveness. I don't know where the speaker's coming from.
Waiting for you.
Woo, Loveness.
Let's go, Loveness! You got this! Woo!
Move over in the camera.
Come on, Loveness.
You sound beautiful so far. Just move over in the camera. You got this. There we go.
Let us march on till victory is won.
Give it up for London! All right. That's Black Power.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh, all right. I see the super chat. Shout out to all the family in the super chat on YouTube. Let me share this.
And Loveness, check out the chat because your fellow students are telling you how amazing you are.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm done.
With Brother Malik, you there?
He's here. You know, spotlight him.
I think a real pastor like this. Y'all gonna hear my Sunday. Right to the Black Power. Oh, did we bring the shirts?
Yes.
Everybody, this is Brother Nas. He does all our artwork and the shirts. Oh, shit, yeah. Move.
Deliver this commencement address to you, young sisters and brothers, at this fine institution. To the faculty and to the staff and to all of those who are listening, I will not be long, but I must be strong.
That's right.
It is true. I am the student of a great black man who is well known throughout America and throughout the planet. A bold black man. His name is Dr. Khalid Abdul-Muhammad. And it is true that what your host has said, that when Khalid Muhammad in New York City took on one of the most powerful white racist men in the history of the United States of America, and one of the strongest white men of all time, Rudy Giuliani, at his height of power in New York, it is true that I was Khalid Muhammad's attorney, and I was Khalid Muhammad's spokesman, and I am a student of that great man. I am the lawyer for that great man, and it is true that I'm also a Black Panther, just like my mentor, Khalid Abdul-Muhammad. Just like many of you young brothers and sisters have watched, you watched the movie, The Black Panther, and you watched it on the big screen all over America. I want to let you know that there are real live Black Panthers in America. That I come from a lineage of real live Black Panthers. From Khalid Muhammad back to Huey P. Newton, back to Kwame Ture, or back to Stokely Carmichael. Yes, it's on the movie and the big screen, but I want to let you know that there are real live Black Panthers right here in the hills of America, and I'm one of them. They call me the Attorney General. Attorney General. I have gone to school all of my early part of my life to achieve that title of attorney, that job of attorney. And it has helped me out and has helped my people out at many times. I want to say to you young brothers and sisters who are listening here at this commencement, I want you to strive with all that you can to get all of the education that you can right now. Education is critical. Education comes from an etymological root that means to lead. And we need leaders out here badly in America. We have Black men and Black youth. When they step out of the house all over America, they are afraid of being assassinated by racist police officers, sometimes Black police officers. But let us be clear that right now, Black youth and black men are being assassinated by the police all over America, and we need educated leaders to step into the fight to help solve this problem. That's what I'm counting on you youngsters here in your early ages, to focus your mind and dedicate yourself to understand that while you're having fun, while you're enjoying the development in life, while you're exploring all of the things in the earth and the things that your parents are guiding you to, and while you're developing naturally as a child, I want you to also understand that the problems that have been spoken about at this commencement ceremony are very real. Police brutality is very real. Even if you are 4 or 5 years old, you saw that white police officer, Chauvin. You saw him with his knee on that black man George Floyd's neck, and you saw how he refused to release his knee off of his neck, and he murdered George Floyd. You saw that from a baby. And as young people, you must understand you're seeing this for a reason. You're at this school for a reason. You are the future liberators of black people. I am an attorney. I'm in that fight. I'm in that fight against police brutality because I went to school, because I went on to graduate, to attend and graduate Howard University. And shout out to all my Howard University alumni that are listening right now. And I had a major. My focus was political science. My minor was a history. And that's why I was able to use that education to now write a book about Black history. It's called The Book of Khalid. 515 pages, 940 footnotes of scholarship. But I learned the techniques of book writing. I learned my mission from being educated at a Black institution called Howard University. I'm a Howard University Black institution made man. And this institution here continues in the tradition of great Black institutions of higher learning. Value what you have here today, because we need more like it, more institutions like it all over the country. Bear with me, I won't be long, but I must be strong. Black power? Black power! Black power out here in this, out here in the audience. Black power. Black power. When you get off of here, I want you to go on. When you go on the internet, when you get off of here, I want you to look up Malik Zulu Shabazz, because I will come out of this suit and tie, and you will see me with some black boots and fatigues. And you may even see me with an AK-47 in my black hand, because I'm here to tell you that I'm a freedom fighter. And I want you young people to get all of the wisdom, education, and knowledge you have, because you are the next generation of freedom fighters that's coming after me. Black power. Black power. I won't be long, but I must be strong. I'm just here to tell you that there are real live Black Panthers on the scene. Some of them are lawyers. Some of them are educators. Some of them are carpenters. Some of them are electricians. Some of them are bus drivers. But there's a revolution going on to stop the madness. Now let's take a look at it. What do you want to be? That's what I want to ask you as I finish this up. What do you want to be, young people, in life? What do you want to be? Do you want to be a doctor? Do you want to be a lawyer? Do you want to be a contractor? Do you want to be a builder? Do you want to be an artist, a rapper, a musician, a social worker, a nurse? What do you want to be? And I ask you, young people, not just what do you want to be for yourself? What do you want to be for your family, your parents, your cousins, your aunties, and those that help raise you in this in this African village. What do you young people want to be for your people? Your people who are suffering, your people who are behind economically, your people who do not have political power, your people who do not know who they are and are ignorant to a knowledge of themselves and killing each other out in these streets and sending each other to the cemeteries and to the morgues. I ask you, young people, what do you want to be? And I say, whatever you be. As my teacher taught me, and as my ally, Hashim Nzinga, taught me, be a revolutionary. If you say, I want to be a doctor, we need young people to be doctors, but we must be revolutionary doctors. Young people, doctors that are dedicated to healing Black people. Somebody out there, young people out there saying that I want to establish a Black-owned hospital because I don't want to have to depend on the white man. I don't want to have to depend on the vaccine from the white man. I don't want to have to depend on the wicked scientists of this world. I want to build a Black hospital. What young people are listening to me can vision a Black hospital in their mind and work with their other brothers and sisters to bring it into reality. We need revolutionary doctors. We need revolutionary psychiatrists. We need Black conscious therapists. That's what I said. We need counseling. There's young people out here listening to me right now that are going through things growing up. You need counseling. You need therapy. There are adults that are listening to me right now that know that they need counseling and they need therapy. And I'm here to tell you, young people, there's a drought for Black conscious counselors that can counsel families, counsel young people, and counsel adults and help heal the things that are going on in our community. Pedophilia is out here. Young people are being violated by adults. And they need someone to talk to, someone to trust. We need revolutionary therapists, counselors, doctors to help heal our people. I want you to think with me, young people. I won't be long, but I gotta be strong. I'm dependent on you. I've given all of my life for this cause, and we're still struggling. What do you want to be? You don't want to be a goddamn, pardon my language. You don't want to be a coke dealer. You don't want to be a cocaine dealer. You don't want to be the one that is piling up bricks to sell bricks and rocks to our people. Our people are already destroyed enough. You don't want to bring them down with some goddamn bricks. Black power?
Black power!
As Khalid Muhammad said, as Dr. Khalid said, our people, the cocaine comes in on boats, trains, and planes, and Black people, we don't even own a canoe.
You're right.
Khalid Muhammad said, the problem is not with the crack, the problem is with the cracker.
Talk, Black power. Black power. Black power.
Bear with me, man. So we need you young people to understand that white racism, white supremacy is our real enemy. It is not the Crip that is our enemy. It is not the blood that is our enemy. It is not the other Black man with a patch or a badge or somebody that looks like you that's our enemy. It is the white racism, white supremacy.
Right.
It is that white cop on the beat with his white flat feet on the goddamn streets.
Yes.
That is our enemy in this hour, and thus we must come together with Black love and Black unity. You want to be a lawyer? You want to be a lawyer? Be a Black conscious lawyer. Be a revolutionary lawyer. We need lawyers. We need y'all. Sometimes we have to fight for the rights of people all the time that cannot fight for themselves. I have to go into courtrooms, federal courtrooms, state courtrooms, to help represent people that have been abused by the police. And many times I'm facing big, powerful armies of lawyers from the cities, armies of lawyers from counties. And it takes black conscious lawyers with fearlessness to fight these cases. We need lawyers for family lawyers, criminal lawyers. We need more lawyers and young black men. It's all black women and girls in college. It's all women and girls in college. Where are the black men?
That's right.
They are killing our black men, and our black young boys are number one targeted for destruction. And we must have an all-out war to save black youth and black boys. Our girls need us. They want better black men in society. Oh, we need some revolutionary students. I tell you, at this commencement ceremony, we need some revolutionary contractors and builders. If you can't, and doing law and books and papers is not your thing.
Right.
But maybe you can work with your hands.
That's right.
Maybe you can do drywall.
That's right.
Maybe you can understand that the cities of America are being rebuilt, and we can't leave it to the brown man or the Guatemalan or the Mexican. We have to have black contractors. We have to have black vocational trainers. We got to build, sisters and brothers. We got to build. We can't be renting an apartment from the white man. We have to build buildings for the black man.
That's right.
Talk about it.
Huh? I'm almost done here, man. I'm just telling you that I'm getting tired at this point. And I come to hand the baton over, and we come to hand the baton over to the next generation of struggle. But you gotta move faster than my generation. You gotta move stronger than my generation. And we got to understand that we need institutions like this to build the next generation. We have to have vocational training, educational training in the strongest measure. The white man, as I leave you, has lied to us. He lied to us. He told us that Christopher Columbus had discovered America. The white man lied to us. We understand that black people are the original people everywhere on the 196,940,000 square miles of the planet. And that the original man owned and occupied every square inch of the 57,255,000 square miles of land coming up out of the 139,685,000 square miles of the planet, which weighs 6 sextillion tons. As it moves and revolves every 23 hours, 56 minutes, and 43 seconds, you were here before Columbus.
That's right.
You are the original people. You are the aboriginal people from the beginning. There is nothing before black.
That's right.
We built the planet. All thoughts come out of blackness.
That's right.
All life comes out of blackness. Everything in the universe comes out of blackness. Every time you look at the black man, you're looking at God. And every time you look at the black woman and the black girl, you're looking at a young goddess. Know yourself. Know who you are. Your history did not begin in slavery. You built the pyramids. And your father's names are Khafre and Khufu, pharaohs from Kemet, the land of the black. That's your fathers. You built the pyramids while the white man was crawling around on his all fours in the caves and hills of Europe, eating his meat raw and eating juniper root. You taught and raised the white man from a dead level, which may have been one of our biggest mistakes.
Taught him how to bathe.
That's a fact.
Know yourself. Know your mission. Have fun. Develop. Learn all the things about life. I'm not trying to stress you out, young people. But you know what? You're going to have to fight, so you might as well get in the fight now. You're going to be a Panther, so you might as well be one right now. You gonna be a revolutionary, you might as well be one right now. You heard about Black Lives Matter. Yes, our lives matter. But I want you to understand that our ultimate goal is Black power. We want power for our people and we have to have it, and you young warriors are the ones to carry us to the next generation. My name is Attorney General Malik Zulu Shabazz, and on behalf of Black Lawyers for Justice and the new Black Panther Party and the Black Power Movement, I want to say I love you, young people. I cherish you. I honor the staff and the faculty of this great institution, and thank you for having me. Black Power.
Black power. Black power. Yeah. Black power. All right. You can turn the lights right over there, please.
Lights.
All right. So hopefully it's not boring, right? All right. So we didn't get all right, we really wanted to get some FOIA certificates, and all of the coordinating didn't get to go as planned as we wanted. So what we're gonna do is I just read the names of the students. We might have some of the students come up, right? And
You guys are on mute.
oh, that sucks. Other than that. Good?
No, it still says unmute.
Thank you, you guys are on.
We good. So what I was saying, we gotta mute one of those. One. Yeah, we gotta mute that. Well, we don't need to speak on this. You can mute both of them.
It's not the speaker.
Yep. It's got a little technical difficulty. Yeah, it happens. Huh? Well, it's all right. I'm going to enjoy the show.
Why don't you just unmute?
Why don't you just disconnect audio from that?
That's what I'm doing.
One. All right, we're good. They hear us online? You turn the speaker down. Can y'all hear us online?
Yes.
All right. So this is, and when we talk about coordinating, this is a different level of coordinating. Sister Farashi wasn't here when we thanked you in the beginning. Sister Farashi, one of the first parents to join us online. And we've been trying to make this internet thing coordinate for about 4 years. So it's a challenge. So Miss Irene in California, Brother Robbins in another part of California, Sister Farasha in New York, and in Georgia, and then us in New York. That's literally how this internet thing started on Google Hangouts. And we've been making it work since. We did a family day 2 years ago. It really, we had fun in Brooklyn. But the kids online were like, shh. One of their cameras is moving around all crazy. So it wasn't really that good. So that's what they want to bring it to Atlanta. And at least we're getting the sound and audio to some level. So now the certificates were a challenge. And before I go into the certificates, we're homeschool students, right? So all the parents, everybody online understand. We're not a school. We provide a service. We're here celebrating the fact that we successfully completed that service. We're not underneath the same constraints or standards of regular school. And in terms of celebratory events, I'm on my WrestleMania stuff. I wanted that parents, we want to come up with a better name than this. We need our own fly name for next year. Like, this is our name. You know what I mean? We do stuff our way. We have our own celebratory event because I want every one of you so that you're celebrating. Like, that's why we want to take y'all out. We want to do stuff. You are our future. Who remembers what responsibility means? Come on. What, young Jaleel? What's responsibility? Come on. Say it louder. Oh, Malik beat you. No. Malik, say it louder. No, to this. Stop doing that with Facebook, please. Malik, say it louder. Take care of, you gotta take care of what you yourself or whatever, right? Thank you. So, Malik, out of order, remember the first week's words. And so, we're taking care of ourselves. Now, we want to make sure that all of you who we're taking care of feel that way. So, we didn't want to get you some like cheesy certificates. And the sister, I forgot which sister it was that was making.
Karen.
Sister Carol was making them, but we didn't get to print them. I wanted y'all to have foil. I'm sorry, I don't know what graduation is supposed to be like, but I remember foil in the certificates, right? I don't know, but we wanted to be really nice. We wanted to, right? So, and if we didn't get to do it right, we didn't get to do it at all. So we're gonna email you certificates. But what we're gonna do right now is read names and probably take 1 minute giving a discussion about what we didn't like most about you. And then 2 minutes saying something good about you. All right, so 1 minute. Cam, we're gonna start with you, Cam. You got attitude? No, the family is, I don't know which group we want to start with first.
You want to go in order? Kindergarten.
So Miss Stella, where's Sister Stella? Do you have your roster of students? Because I can't go off of memory in my class. I'm only gonna remember the kids who had their cameras on. No, I remember you, baby. You always did your work. So, and let me introduce Sister Stella, who's an amazing parent. Who literally came aboard. Let them see it. Yes, she's going to use, take a seat. Black sister, beautiful sons. You know, like you said earlier, he was a crybaby when he got here. But she's so strong because she walked and said, my son's a crybaby. We need to toughen him up. And look, he's the photographer on deck right now. And she's not only like a parent, she volunteers. And she came in and was like, look, whatever we can make it work, let's make it work. I can do these many hours. And so some of the parents' contributions go into making, I don't like saying paying the teachers because we're not paying them at all. It's like we're giving them like something, I don't want to say compensate. We just give y'all something a week to make you know that, we're not taking advantage of you. And she gave us the numbers like, just give me this much a week. And she's been 2 years. And we haven't even increased that number. So this is Sister Stella. Yeah, thankful to have you in the team, Sister Stella.
Thank you, Q. Yeah, I came to when I came to XyayX. Well, let's start. How did I get to homeschool? It started with I was in DC, and it was a homeschool community there. Right, Mer?
Nation House.
Nation House.
Shout out to Nation House, DC.
Coming from that organization where community means everything, it's very Afrocentric. And I came back to New York. I had to find a home better than a public school. And as I was searching, and actually Sister Mer, raise your hand. She's the one who introduced me to XyayX.
Hey.
And I walked into the door and I'm like, you know what? This feels like home, right? You have the uncle who makes sure that he's not gonna be out of line, or make sure he's in the right place in the right frame of mind, which is important. And so, which brings me to reminds me of this proverb actually, which states that the ruin of a nation begins in the home. So we must make sure that we have a strong foundation at home, so that way we could raise the roots, raise our children well. Say it again. The ruin of a nation begins in the homes of the people. Right? Also, for tomorrow begins to the people who prepare for it today. With that being said, let's talk about the students in the class with me on a daily. And I'll talk about all the students that are here and who are online as well. I'm gonna call on my niece, right? But she's not quite my niece, but she's like my niecey, Mesh Cadet, also known as a Kibalon.
Oh, she's sleeping.
She fell asleep, but we want to give her praises for all the work that she does. Mesh Cadet. We have the Allen family. Where is XyayX?
XyayX, hey.
We'll give you a big old house for all your dedication and your work that you do.
Black power. Black power.
So this next student, he said he has such a loving heart, man. He's just amazing. He came to the school and he was listening to Q and all the energy that the school brings, and he was like, you know, Miss Stella, I want to change my name. I'm like, what you want to change your name to? I want to change my name and call myself King Malik. he knows that he's a young man and a king. Come on up, King Malik. King Malik is awesome. It's my son. This is my son, my youngest. I have 2 boys. Definitely wasn't my baby. But you're trying so much. Thank you, son, for all the help with the Zooms. He assists me when I need the class. He starts the class in the morning at times too. So I appreciate it. I want to give a shout out to Avia, who's online.
Avia! We see you now!
She is young and strong. She sits there quietly, but when she speaks, says wow. We also want to talk about another member who's part of the foundation and children that come from there. His brother goes to the school, his cousin goes to the school, right? When he finished drinking his apple juice, we're going to have Sean come on up. Sean is not. No, Sean is not a force to mess with, man.
No, you're not.
We have some students who struggle with the internet. Weeks later, they come on and they're willing to stay on task. It took them a while. By the end, now they're ready, willing, and doing the work. We have Milan.
Hey.
Yes, Milan!
Milan.
We have Anu.
Hey, what's the
We want to give a shout out to Anu
What's the
and
new?
their family.
Hey.
All right, look!
He's in a younger age. So when he comes in and he's paying attention, he surprises me every day. Turn around like, wait, did you spell engineer? Like, yes. I remember how to spell it. He's on task. Sweet. So we have Abigail. Oh, Abigail.
Go, Abby!
We have Kyle and Ryder. West Coast.
Kyle Ryder.
We have Jacob. Yes. Yes.
Jacob.
Christian.
Hold on, real quick. It's like this, guys. Everybody get that energy.
We have Peyton and Freya. Notice that my comments have reduced because I know my time is up.
No,
And
you
I
good,
see Q
sis.
standing behind
No,
me.
I'm saying that. You good. Take your time, Stella. Take your time.
We have Skylar.
Hey, Skylar.
And we also have Kyle. right? And everyone else is online, so I appreciate everyone's dedication. I appreciate Ms. Botanica hearing me call. Ms. Botanica, how do I put on the Zoom again? It took me a while. Q, thank you for you know, working it out with me and through the process of the curriculum and what children need to learn. But most of all, what I appreciate is the fact that the growth of the culture is very important because we have to build a foundation and then character. Thank you guys so much.
Let's see. So I think next class up, and we're gonna, Mr. Mitchell, come up to
Yeah, I was about to say. So shout out to Miss Dimitri for starting the second and third grade off so strong. And she set a beautiful foundation. The children, she created a structure so that the children knew what was happening and when, to the point where they started asking me when I started to fill in, they'd be like, well, Miss Botanica, it's 12 o'clock. That means that we're supposed to go on break and we're supposed to like they know the things that they're supposed to do. And it's all because Tamichi was like not having it. You know, she made sure, yes, TT knows. Exactly. So yes. You want to say anything?
Yeah, I want to give a big shout out to XyayX, to Miss Marsha, to Brother Q when I met him on the Black Agenda Tour. We had just moved to the DC metro area. I was living in West Virginia and commuting to work. And I was like, I'm going to live in the metro area again. And I was doing research about the public schools there, and a certain agenda was very liberal. And I didn't want that taught to my children, right? And I was like, I want to homeschool them, but I don't know how, right? And I did the first few weeks by myself, and I was like, Mom, this is not working. And then here I'm following XyayX, and they talk about the Black Agenda Tour, and then I meet Q. And he was from Brooklyn. I'm like, I'm from Long Island, hey, right? And he was like, just sign your name up and everything, and everything began to fall into place. And I think the creative, putting everything in structure and destiny. I think nothing is by coincidence. So that was our first year. Then he was like, he challenged me like, do you want to be a teacher? I was like, no, all right, not at all. Because I had got called to come back and take care of my mom in Alabama, right? So I had to leave my job, and I had to leave the DC metro area. And here I am coming to take care of my mom and be a caretaker. Well, not only did I have to take care of my mom, but now I have to take care of my sister who's an amputee. And so I was like, nah, I just rather stay here. He's like, I'm telling you, sis, you got the, tools to do this. And they pulled me out of my comfort zone. And I'm so thankful to you all for allowing me to find myself, right? And to create things for the children and share love and get to know the children. And I want to publicly apologize for my abrupt leave of absence, because sometimes we don't communicate, and sometimes you can have a bad day. I had just this bad week of everything that you think could happen, and I was getting it from all ends. And I'm not a person, because of how family, in some Black families, you keep everything inside, right? And you just push it. And I did not know how to ask for help or to convey what was going on. So I'm just like, I'm out. I'm out about everything. And let me tell you, when the first time I tried to run away from my responsibilities, it was taking care of my mom. I'm like, I'm going back to the area. When I tell you, and we got stuck there, and I had to call Marsha and Q, and they said, say less, right? And I'm like, you just don't know. He was like, say less. And I want to talk about the social service side that a lot of people don't know that XyayX gives to people and children and families that are in a situation. As much as I have given to them, you all have given much back to me through our conversations and our struggles. They'd be like, say less. So I was like, okay. So I had to come back to Alabama, which is not my home, but my mother's home, with my tail between my legs. And I'm like, all right, okay, I'm gonna do this, right? And so resume, trying to be doing the caretaking and teaching. And when you have people who are criticizing because they don't know, right, about being Black and Black empowerment and everything like that. And my mom was just, not only am I taking care of her, but I got to deal with that criticism and, the children and everything. And I just needed to get out the house. So I was like, I had to find a job to help get me out the house, or I was going to go nuts though. And so Q and them said, again, they said, say less. Right. And I did not know then how to, I was telling everybody at the same time, I was being a hypocrite, telling everybody how wonderful Botanica and Dalmo is at mental health. And I myself was not taking advantage of that. And I had a daughter who was struggling with her mental health. And I did not know how to ask for help, right? Because it's like, no, we're going to just keep on moving and it's okay. And then I hit a wall. And I want to thank you all for being there and then embracing me back when I needed to come back and get myself all the way together. When they were like, we want you here, sis. I was like, you asking me? You want me? And things with the children and with my daughter specifically, being in the hospital, and I was talking to Q about it, and Q reached out to her. My daughter, not because of me and nothing I could say to her, but Zion said, Mommy, I'm gonna come home because I have to make this trip. And you all have made such an impact. Even with my daughter Soraya, who has antisocial behavior, once we got with XyayX, and she got with Miss Stella and everything, you don't know how much you all, and I'm not gonna cry, but I'm not gonna leak, but you all made such a difference in my children's life and reaching them in ways that I could not. And I just want to tell you all, thank you. Thank you for trusting me. And you all, thank you for trusting me with your children. Thank you to, I call them my XyayX excellers, that we had our morning motivation. Thank you all. And I wanted to apologize to you all. Miss Demetri needed to just go get her life together. And I didn't know how to express that to anybody. But I want you all to know that I love you all very dearly. And I love you all so much. And I have some of my students here, Miss TT. How are you? I have Miss Divine here. How are you? Who else was in the XyayX Excellers class? And anybody online?
That's it for in person.
These are my in person. Is there anybody online?
You won't read the names.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to tell you all that I love seeing this Black excellence and the vision come to fruition. And I hope that it gets bigger next year. We ready to do it again next year.
Black power.
Black power.
Black power.
So thank you so much, Ms. Demetri, for everything. And shout out to Tiavion. And Tiavion, I'm sorry, and her family for coming through.
Come on, TT. Come on, TT. That's a little bit
Yeah. She's so bright. She finishes her work early and then she does her own thing.
And she's like a super engineer.
Yes.
And she's moving on to Miss Marsha's class.
Black power. Hey, black power.
And then Miss Divine.
You know you next. Come on, girl.
Come on. Now, Divine is a superstar, and she's another one who just finishes her work quick. We're going through the portfolios at the end, and she's like, I already have that.
It's finished.
She just makes sure that everything is always on top. She's on top of everything and stays on task. Black power. Do you want to say anything?
I love going to the school.
Give me one adjective, a positive adjective that starts with D. Delightful.
Hey, black power.
All right, and then we also have Tristan, which is Miss Miriam's son.
Yes.
Now, Miss Miriam, she is a powerhouse as well. She's another parent volunteer. She started out just peeking in, right, and just watching her child and making sure that he was okay. And then she took over math and science. So, and she just really, really rocked it. So thank you to Miss Miriam.
Yes, Miss Miriam. She got power.
Yes, yes. And there's others who have contributed to this class as well.
Miss
So-
Ashley.
Yes, Miss Ashley, which is Amari's mom. So if Amari and his mom are there, and his dad too. They also taught classes.
Miss Akira,
Yeah.
library reading. We had our virtual library with Miss Akira, King's mom, right?
Yep, Miss Akira, she continues to read and challenge the children to really comprehend what the stories that she reads. We also have a major contribution from Unsgiven and Sister Myrrh. And through her, we were able to work with Baba Raphael and Sister Empress Adama. Yes, Empress Adama, she was teaching dance to kindergarten, first grade, second, and third grade. And Baba Raphael teaching drumming through kindergarten through third grade. Say that again? Dramatics. It combines drumming and mathematics together. So it's very, very beautiful. So shout out to them and thank you very much.
And we have some honorable mentions, Mr. Squala, who taught hip hop, and his son.
Yes.
was-
So Hep and his dad are on as well. So thank you so much, Mr. Squala. And Hep is another one. He was with us from the beginning too. From his beginning of education. So he started when he was 4 years old. And that was last school year, and then he was just so on it. Now he's in the second and third grade class at 6. You know, so he started out as 5 and then his birthday in November. Yeah, he's amazing, and his father teaches hip hop every Friday. You know, to all of the grades. So shout out to him. We also have King David. King David also used to come in person last school year. Started out in Miss Stella's class, and now he's in second and third grade. Kamel is
My boy
he's
Kamel.
so sweet. Yes. So Kamel comes in person at times too, and his mother helps support him when he's
Miss Nia,
online.
right,
Ms. Nia, yep. Sekou, he's in Florida. His mom is also a great support too.
Shout out to them.
Yes, Mr.
Yes. We have Amira on. She comes in person and online as well. She's got her Vitel's class last year. So awesome. Her family, Delilah, and her husband. Then we have Brooklyn Love, and yep, she's online as well.
Shout out grandmama.
Yes.
Yes.
Brooklyn.
All right. We also have Sophia Marie.
Hey,
She started out last year with us in the color class, and she is on second and third grade. Isabella, which is Miss Irene. And we mentioned Miss Irene throughout. Miss Irene is amazing. She has children in almost all of the grade levels, and she teaches social studies, and she's just a big support in the YouTube community and supporting people to understand what the XyayX Institute is. We have Deanna. Another great student on top of her work. We have Max. Max is probably online right now.
Hey, Max.
Very, very, very
His
great.
father, and he and Max was a late addition, Mr. Marquise. I want to give a shout out to you. And they were very kind of hesitant, and we just had to keep loving them and pushing them in. And I want to give a shout out to all, especially the Black fathers that make sure their children were present in class.
We have Men, who was in California. Now he's in New York with his dad. So shout out to Amen. And his mom was another one who just like worked with him, made sure that he stayed on top of it. Yeah. And she sends donations, Amazon packages. Like, shout out to you for the sharpeners, because we really be needing sharpeners in the institute. And Nasir and his mom are online. Shout out to Nasir's mom, Miss Tatiana, who comes in and supports with volunteering. making sure that the children have the support there in the institute. And last but not least, King Finney and his mom Akira. We already mentioned her about the reading, but she also volunteers to do a lot of different things. The certificates that you all will be receiving, Ms. Akira took her time to help design, and we really, really appreciate everything that family is doing. So thank you. All right. And next we have Ms. Marsha with 4th through 6th grade.
Yes.
Oh, y'all want to take a second, grab some food? Now, just so you know, Mr. Q's frugalness, the food is budgeted. So be mindful of how many you put on the plate. All right? Don't get Mr. Q telling you they wanted $150 for those little sandwiches for 35 people. So just be mindful. All right? So get some food right now.
So it's intermission.
No, it's not an intermission, but I just wanted to get the food because everybody's going while we're talking. So let's shoot food real quick and then. No, y'all just be mindful. Oh, Sister Mer, you Marsha, food, watch the food.
All right, well, let's hear.
And just grab your food and come back. What up, Jay? Yes, all right. What she just said. All right, don't start eating your food. We're going to say some words. Oh. You want to decide it right now? All right. Everybody kind of got up late today, so everybody started 12-ish.
So the way they lane set up is everybody won't be in there at one time. Probably 3 people to the lane at one time. And that's what in reference to the students, how many do you have? I guess you're gonna find out.
You won't, that's what we do. All right, grab your food and just have a seat, y'all. We're gonna get back to the the boring stuff. No, this is about because I think some people are leaving today. I'm not sure exactly who, but I know that most of us will get. And then there are people who think it's Friday. I already get it, but we want to decide. We want to decide it now. All right, but once it's 4 o'clock, this portion of our what we're doing is done. Then we got the homeschooling thing. And then after that, it's all back to fun.
All right, so me myself, I was going to get ready to work.
Today?
Yeah. So I'm going to leave next week.
What time you get over?
5:30, 6 o'clock. So you just gonna basically see if you
no, they don't want to do it. They're just going to give the exact number. So you got. But that makes it better for me because that we know the range. Get a spot. That's like $30 a kid. That's what I'm saying. Black power. Ah, hell yeah. You see, we got to get everybody food. Everybody has to take care of food. All right, don't cry. Let's just keep it,
We don't cry.
Look at Cullen. Miss Marshall about to go next. You know, she got like 80 kids in her class, so she's gonna be a bit powerful. And then my class. And then Miss Irene, are you in the chat? I think am I gonna? Hey. Miss Irene, I think I'm gonna do your students. I don't know if Mr. Robbins is. Can anybody speak to Mr. Robbins? Yes, Brother Robbins is here. Damo, you can call Robbins? You can call Robbins? Congratulations. Thank you. All of you online that helped me make this happen. I see you in the chat, Logic. Thank you, Yvette. You already know, sis. Shaka Z, your legend. So you know my boy, son. Logic, you already know, man. It's been years in the making. We're doing a celebration in the whole of the state, man. You can't tell me. You see this? Black love. Oh, the chicken is out there? Cool, so cool. Zaire. Where you running to? You about to have a moment. I saw that one happen like that. You can see little stuff. So Miss Irene, I think we're gonna introduce your class. Is this my YouTubers? Is this Kevin Samuels enough? I got these colors for Atlanta. I was like, no, I gotta have light colors for Atlanta. You feel me? Check the shoes. You gotta see the shoes. I mean, because Brother Q normally got some sneakers on. And he's still a Pookie and Ray Ray. Mm-hmm. You have to dip. Miss Irene, that's my sis. She said I have to dip in an hour. I know. I'm just getting Miss Irene the hip hop vernacular. I gotta dip in an hour, boy. You gotta put boy at the end of that. Miss Irene, you can say boy. Only New Yorkers say boy. But you can say boy. I gotta dip in an hour, boy.
They related? I thought that was your brother. That's not your brother?
Oh, I can see that. The internet from Wi-Fi good, right?
Some man that y'all related. Y'all got the same common ancestors. The eyes, the cheekbone.
You are not lying.
The eyes, the cheekbone.
Look at it real quick.
Yeah, man. Look at the eye. Look at the shape of the head and the face, the cheekbone.
That's right. Oh, I see you, Knox. Can you stop doing this when I talk? It's annoying.
See your ears? I might got the same ears to you.
No, she has. Shout out to everybody that's been donating.
That didn't work.
You donated. This is a big family behind this. It's not just, we got people on YouTube that's been supporting. The first time I got on the net was like, we're gonna do this. There's people that's been like, hit $20 every week. Man, let me go to GoFundMe. What's the GoFundMe at? Let me put some of those people's names while we're waiting. Because those people help make this happen. And they need to feel appreciated. Aubrey!
But you don't want to take it no more?
So let's see, let me read some of these GoFundMe names. Some of these donors.
Well, you can get a flick of me and you over here.
Hey,
Quadro.
I'm so tired.
So you're not looking that far, right, Quadro?
I know.
Good? All right, cool.
What does that sign mean?
What?
All right, you know.
Wait, you know you didn't post the story, right?
The first one you did.
I know. I only say Yo, come back, wait. I'm getting all the pictures now. Because I know I just tease me for calling her baby.
Come on, internet.
I get the whole body, bro.
All right, you know, let's bring it back in. Nobody, no car runs, no coffee breaks as of yet. Yeah, I'm sure it does.
What?
Space. Okay, where's your phone?
Please.
Quadro.
So Katura just sent in, so just so you know online, these donations are going to make all of this happen. Y'all know what it is. Let me read your names out as they get in their food. This is XyayX, Sari, Katura, Anonymous, Shalicia, Zameka. Yeah, these are some names. These came off of a last live show with Taz. And my sister Taz, my brother Taz, and sister Nala says they promote us all the time.
Quadro.
So we're almost ready? Marsha, you almost ready?
Britannica.
No.
All right. And the internet is just went completely wacky. We're still live on YouTube, right? Everything's good over here. All right, everything's live. Oh, we had Danique in the building. Shout out to the Nation of Islam. I know for some people, but for us over here in XyayX Institute, they have been an integral part. And I want to definitely send a special thanks to Abdul Rafiz Muhammad, who passed during COVID. Yes, and he was very much family to us in the nation, him and his brother in the nation. And our brother Danique, as well I'm on XyayX. Dr. Hitman is not here, who's running the music studio. He's upset that he didn't get to come through. Because those who in Brooklyn know Dot. Dot's really upset, so you know. Shout out to Dot. He's really upset he didn't go. He had to watch the studio. Yes, live. Two shot. Those in Brooklyn, the submarine team was XyayX, the music studio team, the other components of XyayX. What up, Daquan? Huh? Why did we go to school in Atlanta? We don't have a building in Atlanta. Yes, you built it? We're gonna look up. We're gonna look up. Mr. Q has grown so much. I didn't tell you the price of the juice. What? 3 hours of juice. You got water. That's like 4 cups of water now. You must not have wanted no juice. You don't feel no juice. Yeah, this. So how we doing? We good? Marsha, is it good for Marsha to start? Oh, y'all wanna? And those in the back, can y'all move up a little bit? Erica. Erica. Erica introduced me to Lemonworth Miranda, whom at this moment I will not say any jokes about. I'll just say thank you for the artistic referral. But Erica, I enjoy your presence as well. You ready, friend?
I'm looking for a list.
Hey, the beautiful sound of babies. Oh, that's Little Ill. Little Ellen. Oh, good. I love it. I think my Wi-Fi is moving slow. I don't have the Wi-Fi on this phone, so it's all the way slow. Is this still loud, right? This is good, right? You see me? All right, so that's YouTube. The Wi-Fi on this is acting crazy. No. You got the what is it? Sonetta get together. All right. Let's have this seat. Miss Marsha's going to be doing the reading of the 4th through 6th grade class. There is 72 children in this class. Stop. But there's a lot of kids in that class. But like most of the children who came with us on the trip is in Marsha's class. Almost all of the children in Brooklyn who's in Marsha's class are here. I'm not even joking. We have Joshua. We got Quadra. We have Amira, Kenya, Melody, Jalil, Takari, Yamora. Where's Zion, Aubrey. I called your name. Daquan. Yeah. Nasir. Colin. Yeah, there's a lot of y'all. Y'all have a basketball team. Football team. Yeah, we're gonna start off with the students who's not here. You ready, Queen? Yeah, what's the microphone if you want to be here?
Yeah, just turn it on.
Quadro, we need pictures of Marsha.
So I teach the 4th to 6th class. My name is Miss Marsha. That is like the largest group in the XyayX Institute, and we rock, don't we? Exactly. All my students participate. All my students keep their cameras on.
Yeah, right.
And we don't have that problem. And if they try it, I just put them in the waiting room, and then you guys call me. And if you don't call me, they can't come back. So we all have an understanding, don't we? Yup, and we love each other for that, don't we? Yes. Because it shows respect, right? Yes. All right, so let me just go with the students that I have here first. Then I will get to the online students, okay? So the first person we have up is Quadro, sitting on his mom's lap. Now I love this child, but I hate him too. You know, we have a love-hate relationship. He's like my child. It's the same, you can't do it, you can't do without it, but in the end, he's really smart, he's bright, and he does his work. So he's doing good. For now, next up, who do we have up next? Nas, come here.
Uh-oh.
Please take that mask off.
Uh-oh.
This is Nas, everybody. Nas is also very bright. Nas don't play.
Can you also introduce this to school?
Shark puppet.
Yeah.
Introduce shark puppet. Everybody wants a shark puppet. I burned shark puppet. I couldn't take it anymore. But now they're all into Beyblades.
Yeah.
That's all they're doing. Yes.
You snitch.
Nas is a very bright student. He does his work. He cooperates. If Nas has an issue with a student, then they must have did something. Because he doesn't really get bothered like that. All right? But we love him. He's a bright student. He has a bright future. Can we all give Nas a hand of applause? Get out of here. Next. Aubrey. Aubrey is very bright. She always wants to learn. She always has a question to ask. She's always ready to let me know when she's done. She's really excited about always being done. Like, Marsha, I'm finished. And I'm like, great. And like, she's bright, she's smart, she's doing her thing. When she first came in, she had a little bit of a rock to start. But once, we both understood the rules, Aubrey did very well. I'm really proud of you.
Hold on, Aubrey. Hold on. You got to come back up. You got to get some work. So Aubrey also is a very strong participant in class. And we want to clap it up for her because, she does.
Very social. Yes.
Very social.
Yes.
Very social.
We appreciate that about her, don't we? Yes.
Very social.
Who is next? Come here.
I think you're more designed for XyayX shirt.
Oh yeah. Official design. We love it. Yamora is very bright, smart, intuitive, helpful. But she won't be opening up her camera, so she be in the waiting room a lot. Until her mom call. But she is a star student and she has a bright future in her, right? Yes. Let's clap it up for Yamora.
Also, one of the very first students in there. Our first online student.
Who is next? Let me see here. We got Zaquan.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy, right there.
Zaquan always has his work done. Zaquan always calls my name. Miss Marsha. Zaquan has 150,000 questions. And he is not afraid, or he does not hesitate to ask about something when he doesn't understand it. Like, he'll ask me about a definition, he'll ask me about what a word means, because he does not want to be lost. He has to be on point, and that's a really great quality about him. All right, Zaquan. Who is next on my list? Okay, I guess I'm done with that side of the room. Wait, where's Zion?
She's right there.
Oh, I see your sister. Come here, Zion. Zion has definitely pushed through a lot of anything that's going on in life. She always perseveres. And when she comes in, she says, "Good morning, Miss Marcia." She said I'm her favorite teacher, so you know she's getting all this love. This is my star pupil. Yes, I'm very proud. Okay. I'm very proud of Zion and all that she's accomplished because she's been through a lot and she deserves all the praise, don't you? Yes. Clap it up for my star pupil right here. I'm her favorite teacher. That's right. Give her all that.
Her name is Minnie Q Butter.
Yes.
So I want Zion, you can't respond right now, so that's the best part. So just turn around. And why don't everybody tell Zion how much she's loved and appreciated?
We love you.
We love you, Zara.
So just so you little children know, you can fail.
Yeah, you can.
You can mess up.
Sure can.
You can't give up.
That's right. Gotta get back up.
We're counting on you. I'm gonna hunt you.
Yeah, we're gonna make sure that we're gonna call your parents, we're gonna call you.
Right?
Yeah, we do that.
Cannot give up. Life will kick your butt. And Zion is a testimony of her being here to show you that you can get through it. And I thank you for getting through it. That's right.
You boo. Shahada.
Hey!
Shahada is one of my students of maybe 3 that never has her mic on, even though it works. Right? But she does her work. I get it in my email, so I know. And she's doing very well. Right? And yes. Tell everybody how much you love it.
It's fun, but I wish I could go in person more.
We wish you could come in person more. Mommy, Miss Sister Murray. Did you hear what the child said? Oh, all right. Right. Go. All right. Your bright star is asking about it.
Y'all got a school bus?
We get in there. That's next. Black power to that. That's next. Y'all gonna be rolling on the school bus. The red, black, and green school bus. There you go. Let's go. This is like my daughter, and I have 3 already. But this is the 4th one, you know. I knew her since she was always this tall. I've known her for a very long time. Her parents are still both very big supporters of the XyayX Institute, not only the Institute, but our extracurricular activities that we used to have on the weekends, science on Sundays, boxing, and she is growing into a wonderful young woman who doesn't really pay attention to me anyway. She just ignores me, but she sits next to me and calls me her mama. So I want to say that I see the growth, we love it, and we can't wait for the experience to go further. All right? Everybody clap it up for Kenya. Melody here. Melody. Come on up. Come on up. Melody definitely does her work. Doesn't like to be picked on. She can be a bully herself. Sometimes she tells the truth and sometimes she don't. But anyway, I always catch her, don't I? And I put her back on the straight and now, straight down the line. Ain't that right? Yup. And you love me for it, don't you? Yup. And that's why she's passing now. Yup. Give it up for Melody. Amira.
Amira.
Hi. Everybody wants to see this beautiful face, so I'm gonna
Smile it up now. Smile it up. Smile.
See that?
Your mama's watching. Smile.
Amira is very bright. She's quiet, but she's a really good friend. She's loyal. She don't play, don't mess with her. She will beat you up.
I love you.
And she's moving on. She's leaving me. She is leaving me. She's going to Brother Q's class. The new class.
Not my class. She's in the new class.
She's going to be in the new class. And I want her to know we're really going to miss you. I know you will miss us because you got us our annoying children in our classes. You don't really associate with them, but we still appreciate your presence and your love. Clap it up for Amira, everybody. Joshua. Who else I got back there? Kelly. Forget about you. Joshua keeps you on your toes. He's very, yeah.
My boy
He
Joshua.
keeps you on your toes. When Joshua's around, you have to be on point because he's definitely on point and he pushes you to be on point. So he is my point man. Joshua, that's right. Joshua. And he has grown tremendously this year. You know, he went from not really paying attention or knowing what's going on to focusing. And that was the goal. And we reached that. So let me get a foul.
Hold on. And Joshua and his family suffered a major loss this year. And I'm proud that you have been able to get through it, Joshua. I know that was very strong for you, right? Your sister, shout out to his sister who's here.
I love you. Erica. You know we can see you, honey.
We see you.
Don't get upset with her. We can see you.
All right. Thank you.
Come in.
Hey,
Now.
grown men coming. How you on? Grown men coming.
This is my other prize student. He always has his work done. His notebook, his portfolio is impeccable with the highlights and everything. Every time I ask him for something, he's like, here it is. I told him, he's 23. Here it is. It's great. Y'all all need to have your portfolios like and I love him. Keep doing it, keep pushing. I'm proud of you.
Khalid.
Do I have any other students out here? Oh, my children. Y'all can come up together. Come on, Sakari, come here. Don't get shy. Don't get shy.
Come on, Sakari. Come on.
These are my sons. And they're not perfect students, you know, they're not, you know, because they're mine and they're ours. They test us all the time. And we always have to put them back in line and let them know, like, This is ours. You have to be the representative. You have to be the example. So they always have to be put in line, but they are getting it. And the more that they are around the other students, I feel like they've grown and they've experienced more as opposed to when we first started and it was just us. It was kind of hard, but the fact that they have you guys as friends and all of you as family, the transition for them and for us is much, much easier. And they have grown, and we're proud of them, and we're proud of everybody. You guys did an excellent job this year. I can't even lie. I didn't yell as much as I did before, so that's a good thing. So please give it up for my sons. I am so proud of all of you guys. You guys really did grow. Yes, you guys really did grow. But because our class is so big, I now have to go through the online children. Miss Botanica, can you please put in the code so I can call Eric? Eric, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yo,
You can put the face up.
Eric is another student of mine. I really can't lie. Mostly all of my students. That's why my class rocks and my class is excellent. Eric is another student that always has his work done, his screen on, he's on time. He's one of the 3 or 4 people that when I log in, he's there waiting. Isn't that right, Eric?
Yeah.
What you said?
Yes, I'm bad about that.
Well, you're absolutely right. Let everybody else do that. I just want to say I'm very proud of you. Thank you for the hard work this year and not giving up and dealing with me and my attitudes and my absences and my latenesses. Thank you for being patient. And congratulations on moving up.
Hold on. Put it back on. Eric, where's your father at?
What up?
Hey.
What's up, man? I just want to tell you in front of everybody, thank you and your family for believing in our program, bro.
Yes.
Hey,
He's a black power, man.
It says a lot to have somebody we never met enroll their entire family. He's like,
Right.
I put my whole family in it, dog.
How you doing,
California
darling?
Avenue, I put my whole family in there. We're gonna make it work, man. However you wanna make it work, we're gonna make it work.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all, man.
Yes.
Gigi, don't worry. I'm gonna announce you later, Gigi. I got you, Gigi.
We got you. She's like, what about me?
Word.
All right. Thank you. We appreciate you, family. Let's see. Who do I have here next? Tyrell. We got Tyrell in the house. Tyrell, you here? I think I see him. I don't know if he's. All right. Sarah, you online today? We got Sarah up in the house. Where is Sarah? Is that Sarah right there?
Yeah, but he's not answering.
He's not on audio. We still proud of you, Sarah. We love you. Where's Andrew? Where's my man Andrew at? Andrew.
Oh, Sarah just came. Sarah, put your video on.
Sarah, turn your camera on. Hey, what's up, Sarah? Everybody say, hey, Sarah. We miss you. We wish you was here, but since you online, you still with us. I know it's been a hard year for you as well, but you still show up when you can, and that's what's important. As long as you show up, I still get your work in my email. I get your text in my email. So shout out to you and your mom for putting your best foot forward and pushing no matter what. Everybody gives around a hand of applause. All right. Man.
Hey, man.
Where's Man? He's not here? All right. We love you anyway. Christian and Kaden. All right, we're gonna go to Emma Joy. Hey, Emma. Hey, Emma. Yes, you're beautiful, girl. How you doing? Emma Joy is very smart, and she takes it really hard when she doesn't understand something, and she really is hard on herself. But I always tell her it's not that serious, Ma. I break it down for her, and the minute she gets it, she's excited, and she just can't wait to show everybody. And I really appreciate that enthusiasm, because sometimes when I'm not feeling all right, you brighten up my mood. So I really appreciate you.
And she's so responsible.
She's so responsible, respectful. She's a whole little adult. Congratulations on moving up, Emma. Let's go. Sonia and Loveness.
I don't know where they went.
Okay. Do we have David? David. Okay. Let's go on with Solomon. Is Solomon online today? Nope. All right. Let's go to the next. Tyreek. Tyreek and Yaya? Yes, no, maybe. All right. Let's go with Britton and Kieran.
Yo, most people, where are you?
Britton and Kieran. I can't see.
No, they're not there. Most of these people are not here.
All right.
But you got Tyler, you got Legend. Maybe he's not your Legend.
Legend. Where's Legend at? Turn on your camera. Those who are online, I need y'all to turn your camera on so I can see y'all properly. So that's Jameer, Legend. Who else is online? Y'all gotta turn. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Sister Lava. How you doing, Queen? Where's Legend at? We want to talk to him. We want to shout him out. All right. Sister Laka also assists us at the XyayX Institute. She's also a parent volunteer. She does a great job. She provided us with all the traveling food that we had. Thank you, Sister Laka. That food was delicious, and it definitely held us down. She helps Miss Stella in the afternoon with K through 1. Yes, and she just steps in wherever we need her if she's available, and we appreciate that. It's like we love her for it. Thank you so much. Yes. Okay. Well, we'll get back to Legend when he pops up. Okay. All right. Let's go with is my Atia online? My Atia. Gemma?
No, nobody else is on.
Nobody else on?
Yeah, we can just say their name.
All right, so the rest of my children, which is a lot. Let's see what we got here. Britton, Joseph, Kieran, Jameer, my Atia, Jamma, Prince 7, Zyra, Jenna, Kaden, Taraji, 11, Berkeley, Malachi, Rihanna. We really appreciate you guys being with us at the Institute, learning with us, growing with us, and taking a chance on us. We appreciate that. Is Legend back? So I can drag him?
It's not something you call me.
Hey, Nasir.
Hi.
Nasir is a 2 to 3 student. I think they missed him, but I didn't miss you, Nasir. Nasir is a lovely student to be around, very smart. His mom keeps him on point. We appreciate that, Queen. And we appreciate you.
I appreciate you too. Thank you. I appreciate all you guys.
Yes, we love you. All right, I guess the other half of my class decided vacation started early and didn't show up. That's cool. I'm gonna call all their parents anyway. That's what I do. That commences my students. We're all gonna hear from my students and my large class. Okay. Yes. So please, everybody, give my students, because they rock and they're dope, a big round of applause. Okay. They show up every day. They keep their heroes on, and they deal with me. That's not an easy thing. Miss Marsha. Black power. Black power.
All right.
When I say black, you say power.
Black.
Black power.
All right. Does Jaleel and Takari want to say anything about?
Oh God.
No?
I want to thank everyone. All right. I want to thank everyone for coming to this institute and coming here for graduation. Thank you, kids, for convincing your parents to come here. Thank you. Thank you, Joshua. I made a lot of friends. Okay.
Takari. Okay, really important. So everyone knows that, hello? Okay, so everyone knows that we are all a family, right? We're all a family, right? So families help each other out, right? So there's a ring missing. It's a gold ring with diamonds in it, and it's missing. So we need everyone, to keep an eye out for that. And also a phone with a red case. So a ring, a gold ring with diamonds, and okay, we found the phone with the red case.
Yes.
That was quick.
You left it. I don't know where I left it. It was on the same.
So just the ring. So please, because it's a very important possession. Please turn it in. Thank you. Okay. Does anybody need to take a quick bathroom break before we move on? Let's do a quick bathroom break. 5 minutes.
All right. what's up, Joshua, I'm here. Joshua.
Excuse me, Quadro, I'm gonna need you to step up over here. Quadro, would you please step up over here?
So, but then, at least we know we can do this in 3. We don't need 4 hours, 5 hours, right? And is it moving good? Is this going along smooth? Not boring, right? Yeah. Almost. We have 2 more classes, but those classes together is 40 students altogether. We're gonna run through. You know, the older class only has, I think, 10 kids. My class has about 30. It should be 35 in my class, but anybody who I don't like, I ain't talking about today. All right. Jalil. Talking about Jalil?
Yes, the one and
Jalil.
only.
That's like the third female that you just got washed yesterday by a mirror. You almost died. Jalil. Now she's asking me to tell you to stop bothering you. But you're going to be doing push-ups on camera at the graduation. You want that done already? Or Mr. Q can talk to you differently. Not yet. I got a piece on my birthday. I was wilding out my positive Q. Alright, this ain't gonna be bunch punches. I know. So I only got $5 for you.
Wow, you got money from you. Wow, I know you got money from your friends, but I'll take a 100.
I remember that. All right. Everybody's back from the bathroom? No, we got just 2 more classes to go. No, we're going. I don't know what we're doing today. We can fight the bowling tonight. After you get there, we're going to
Alright, guys.
Hey, Takari, not saying. Takari, not saying. Takari, thank you. Let's have a seat.
What is this? Y'all was sitting over here. What is this? Pick it up. Throw it in the garbage. Let's go. Y'all was given 5 minutes. That was to use the bathroom and do.
That's it. Tell everybody to come inside. Let's go.
Put it up.
We gotta wrap up.
Yeah, less than an hour.
All up underneath your table. Who's sitting next? Where's that? Kenya. Where's Kenya? Go get him in the bathroom. Yeah. Tell that Marshall.
At think she's in the chat. She's actually chilling out. So shout out to all the YouTubers. I know it's like a little chaotic, but we're making it work. At the end of the day, nobody on YouTube doing nothing like this, or Facebook, or Instagram. Where's Sean go?
Get it back.
Yo, Sean, pull up right quick, Sean. Yo, Sean. Sean. Oh, I see one. Look, she might be humble enough. Like, no man, trash him. Look, how the relationship trash give a cycle real quick. Well, y'all heard me on YouTube. It is what it is. Real quick, so while we doing, I mean, come in more please. Nah.
Oh, we gotta get that. Gentlemen.
We're gonna do that, but that's what it's about. We on YouTube. That's what this shit. We showed up on YouTube. Yeah, this is look, brothers, on YouTube. Look, black men. This ain't even all of us that's involved. All black men. And like I said before, there's no fair ones. Wash. We get washed. We jump over here, yeah. Only fair ones is for family. Right. And we teach the students the same thing. You touch one student, you can jump out all of them. Right? Ain't no fair ones. Ain't no fair ones. Everybody's gonna stop you now.
Mr. Q, you gotta give me the frame. Okay, there you go. Okay, buddy, now look this way. All right, thank you. You can grab that picture as well.
Yeah, where's the
All right, so Marsha, can you tell Melody, tell him to come inside. Mr. Mitri.
You need that.
Tell him to come inside.
Hello, Ramo, Q, Nas,
So I'm doing
Brother Marquis, Black Power, let me see the fist. Yes. Oh, Cassie just happens to be the picture.
No, you need to be.
All right.
Many years from now.
Good.
Like, all right, let's wrap this up, B. My bad.
Let's wrap this up, B.
My bad, little David Chappelle moment. Ladies and gentlemen, there's no more food. Someone's gonna have a seat to Kari. Yeah, oh yes. Let's have a seat, Joshua. Come on, come on. We got a big dinner at Wendy's after this. This year's Wendy's, the graduation dinner's at Wendy's this year, y'all. When the change around. But next year we're gonna level it up, all right? Chick-fil-A. We're gonna combine all the dollar menus up. We're joking online, right? This is a really nice hotel, but they make you buy the food here, and it's not really valuable buying food. 35 here. You spend more on food, and it's done already. And we still got this spot for 9 more hours. And they said no outside food. They said it right on the top of the contract. No outside food. Mark, are we good? Is this everybody? So we good? We're gonna run through my class. I don't know the students in my class. Tasia. All right, let me get Genovia, Dee, Cameron, Amari. No, I'm getting about Amira. Amari. Dr. Amari. That's why I speak Dr. Amari. Come on. We're gonna run through this one. Saraya. Who am I missing?
Here.
Perfect. Hey, Shadonia. Come on, you come up here too with me. No, we're gonna bring them all. Is Miss Irene up there?
Oh my God.
Where's Stella? Where's Travis? Can someone find Stella? No, Stella over there. All right, y'all get behind me. Get behind me. We're about to have a fight. Like I brought my crew out the school. David! Hold on. Michi did your thing. Everybody says Michi. You left. I don't move back. David! So, where's Shadonia behind me? All right. So I gotta put Michi on blast. Yes, come on, come in, sis. Many of y'all are here from different people, but Sister Michi, well, my sis, I gotta put her on blast.
I'm gonna put my blast back because I know what he's about to say.
She's helped bring this together in so many different ways. And like I told you, it was 3 messages in my inbox. And this is like one of the most notable people in the conscious community that I rock with. And for her to reach out 3 times with no dudes, I want you to know that nobody reaches out like that. Nobody. And she threw 3 messages. You know what I'm saying? I want you to know that she wrote me 3 times. I didn't respond to the 3rd one. She's like, yo, bro. She's gonna write me 4. So before I go to my class, guys,
Oh, we have a class?
Just say what's up real quick.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm sorry, I'm light all in the face. This way? Yeah, right. Okay, that's better. I just want to say hi. I'm sorry I'm late. I'm not going to take up the festivities. I'm sorry that I'm late. I'm really late. Y'all can catch me up later in the back. I just want to have some coffee around here. Other than that, I'm glad to be here. I've never seen you this way.
I know. Yeah.
Your cue in the back.
I gotta get a picture of this.
Yeah, this how I live when I'm gonna go. When the robber, when I'm in this suit, don't know the robber is going down. So I'm gonna introduce. Is Miss Irene there? Sister Irene is in the room. I saw her there. Miss Irene, are you available? Miss Irene. All right, I'm not sure if he's here, but I'm gonna start with my class. So I have class B, the 7th to 9th grade class, and if you don't know, this class sucks. Why? It's not their fault. They're teenagers, and teenagers is typically. All right, so. But no, I have not just the honor. Let me get over here. I don't need this mic. So, my class, and I want you to understand this, y'all. And come over this way. Get some space. Luke, show this space. Get out my way. Thank you. So, this group here, in the next 5 years and less, these are the students who are entering the world.
That's right.
During COVID, Yamora, I know, Zenobia, Yamora, with Shadonia, Stella, Didi, hey Cameron, Zaire, Nasir, David. There's so many different names, but this group, my mom told me that when you mess up one kid's name, you just mess up everybody's name after that. That way nobody feels bad. So, Shalena, ever since we've been doing this, it's been an idea to change the community. And what you're looking at right here is the face of it. Excuse me. Excuse me. So, this group here, some of which started at the, not where they were supposed to be at. Some of them were miles above where they were supposed to be at. But they all coalesced together and formed this super group of teenagers that have like the craziest black power attitude. They are funky, spunky, spicy, swagged out, extremely cultured, and I love every single one of them. COVID has just failed 2 generations. This year and last year, they passed all the kids in the country without any testing, any portfolio assessments, no assessments. No, no math, none of that. None of our students died. None of our students fell off the map. But what we did have is a group of teenagers who matured and developed into some of the brightest minds in this country. And I'm just not saying that to say that. I want everybody to know these are some of the brightest minds in the country. When Malik earlier was saying, go on to be an accountant or a lawyer or engineer who's about Black empowerment, this is this group. In the next 5 years, I know the 4-year-olds, we have a long time to draw their mouth. But these babies were just in the school system. Weren't most of you in the school system? And was it not a terrible experience? All right. And so there's some of them who didn't have that bad of experience. But for me as their teacher, knowing that most of them were not at algebra level, most of them didn't know anything about the earth. Am I wrong? Most of them didn't know anything about astronomy. Am I wrong? Most of you've never seen a circuit before. Am I wrong? Most of you were in school that didn't even care about none of the things that I even discussed, right? And now all of you had at least were properly introduced to it. Miss Irene and myself, Mr. Robbins, and everyone else took the time as best as possible. There's a TV show I know called The 100. Yes, some of you heard me talk about it. So this is my 100. This is my 100. We have like 2 more years, but this is what we're going. This is what's going against the world. All of the Negroes, all of the kids who are being dumped, all types of stuff in their head. All the kids are being poisoned. You're looking at the vanguard. And schools that are similar to this, who are developing students who know who Khalid Muhammad is.
That's right.
And what a parallel circuit is.
That's right.
And what an atmospheric levels are, right? And pressure is. And also look good doing it. Y'all look good, right?
That's right.
Are y'all fly?
Yes.
Y'all swagged out? Right? Confident and very well educated, right? Like 1 second. Yep. So all of them know how important they are. But I want y'all to see, it's levels to it. When I had my kids, it was just Joel and Jacardi, like 9, 10 years old. Then these kids came and was like, hold on, I can't teach my kids anymore. You gotta understand, I don't teach my kids like that. These are my babies I teach all year long. And this is what's going into the world. The military gives you 30 days to 60 days to get you know how to shoot, tie your boots, stand straight, and take orders. We got a little bit more time than that. But all of you are investing into this. Michi talks about y'all every live stream. Damo volunteered before any of you got involved. He said, yo, Q, we don't have all these kids. I guarantee you, Zaire, your father has worked tirelessly to get you here. I'm talking about, I was going to cry saying how much he fought to get you here. And to have you doing algebra 1 and 2 with me, when you know what the public school said about you, as well as Travis. And you two are testimonies to what our future is easily going to accomplish if we just stay fast and focus and prepare as much as possible. Right, Soraya? Yeah, I don't know Soraya. Soraya is one of the brightest minds in the Institute. No offense to anybody who may not be shining as much. But if you know Soraya, and anyone who knows Soraya, you understand why I'm saying that. Am I wrong?
No.
Soraya has not missed one assignment and in not one class. Soraya can build a circuit. She can recognize all the parts in it on a circuit. She does all of her projects. This is in all of them. Stella standing next to me. This little girl is super swagged out. And she's like, Mr. Q, first of all, I answered the questions. Y squared over Y. Or whatever it is. And she just be, and they're on it. Masai. Come here, Masai. Bring it in. Come on, Shalana. The youngest daughter. Her and I. Our relationship is challenged. Never challenged relationship. So this hug we're doing right now is fake phony and fake real. But the fact that we're able to continuously do that, and anybody in the family knows, you gotta be phony sometimes, you gotta be real. Yeah. Because that's what family's for. We don't do that with nobody else. You get smoked. Right, Mazai ain't giving nobody, if you ain't family, no hug, and I ain't even gonna look at you. But Mazai, I want to thank you. At the beginning of the year, I begged her to help me make the program cool. Erica as well. Like, please, I don't want the kids to come in this program feel like they joined something that they don't like, and they're gonna be mad at their parents or Black Power. Like, you pulled me in this Black program, and you teachers is all corny and lame. Right? So Mazai, I asked you that, and you helped me out as much as possible. And our relationship is still developing, and I'm really appreciative of that. So I just say your name. I'll start with Dr. Amari. Come here, doctor. So this young princess here is, well, I don't know if she still wants to be a veterinarian, right? It's a mixture. But she's into the science. Oh, where's, I heard Miss Irene.
Yeah, I didn't hear about this, Dr. Amari.
Oh, my bad. We was calling you. I wasn't sure if you was there. Don't curse me out. If you don't know Miss Irene, she will definitely put you in your place.
Yes, most definitely.
You don't want to get put in your place, Miss Irene.
Put your video on.
Miss Irene's like the customer service agent who got time. Say, oh, you want to oh, I got smokes. I don't want no problem with you. I see her. There go Miss Irene. Hey.
I'm gonna be driving this guys,
So just so y'all know, and again, a lot of times on YouTube they talk about how little support the sisters have. I want you to see, Miss Irene was in the first people to join in. Michi has been hitting me up from like years and promoting me. Sister Tamichi volunteered. Sister Botanica volunteered. My wife, we're not gonna talk about her, you know how much she's in. Sister Farasha, Sister Kara. The dance, there's so many women who support this idea that's in a Black man's head. So I would never, and above all, you know, when all the sisters, my mother has been XyayX #1 biggest supporter before I met any of y'all. She was gonna be like, no, I was there, Q, and I sent you $50 so you take those kids. This is in 2005, when we was just a GED program. And she was like, Q, you cried when the kid got a GED, and I gave you money so you take him in the cab. So my mom's thank you here, but I have nothing but sister support. That murder case I beat, y'all my mama that fought that case. And my pops that read the paperwork. So all I know is this, and I want to make sure that all of y'all know that. None of y'all can say that y'all not. I love every single one of y'all. I would shoot or stab somebody right now for any one of y'all. Right? Y'all are beyond special. Y'all are entering a generation that is very difficult. The things that's being played on your mind. Come here, Cameron. The things that are being thrown at y'all as young children, young adults, that's trying to make y'all to do into whatever the heck the society wants you to be outside of something that's developed for our community. And you Cam walked in with the smoke, and Cam survived, and he's a great student in our program. And I appreciate you being in our program. It's about us. Our community doesn't have this look that white folks try to have us to look. And a lot of times we look at ourselves through how white folks told us to look at ourselves. Some of our sisters are strong as heck and will punch you in the mouth and there's nothing wrong with it. Some of our brothers, Brother Nasa Nemo is one of the world-renowned crocheters and stitchers in the world. So what they tell us and how they tell us to be is not how we're supposed to be. We are who we are for us. And I appreciate you being a part of it. Right? Oh, and he brought his portfolio. Oh, Black Power. Black Power. You see that? Oh, show that on camera. Show that on camera. Show that on camera. Show that on camera. Excellent. Excellent.
Was that a calendar? Oh my God.
Calendar, the contact is for everybody. Colleges.
Hold on. That's what it's going to look like. That's what every one of your mamas and daddy paid for. Let me show you. I want to see community. This is what y'all donated to, invested into, and this is how white folks can't ask us nothing.
That's right.
What you mean what he learned this year?
That's right.
Huh? What you mean what we taught this year? Huh? Huh? Let me get a Black Power. That's work. That's work. I got goosebumps off that one like that. But man, you see that? Miss Irene. And Miss Irene, look, Miss Irene and him they had some smoke at the beginning of the year. They had some smoke. It was, I'm walking by and I'm like, oh no, damn. No. Damn. And I just swore Kim was gonna leave the program. And it's like 9 sisters. It's like there's about 8 of them or 6 of them. And I was like, his mom, shout out to his mother. And where the father at? He back there, so I was back there with the baby. And they said, no, we want our kid in that program. We want to challenge whatever he has going with him. And we want to make sure all of the children are challenged and met with an appreciation and love to understand that you are our future. And you know that, right? So again, this is what our future looks like. Chico is sitting right, I'm not in the spiritual stuff, but Chico is sitting right here, and like, Mr. Brother Q, this is why I did this for you. So I want you to understand, this is why it's so important that we support each other. Love every one of y'all. Every single one of y'all. Huh? I know she said, love my forehead too. That's why you gotta be showing it there with this class. They cut jokes every morning. So, with that being said, let me start going through these names. So up here we have, let me start with Shadonia. Come here, Shadonia. Because Shadonia is technically like the oldest of the bunch, and she's going into the world. So we need her to be supported. So internships, job support opportunities, and scholarships. We need that. So this is Shadonia. Clap it up for y'all. All right. So what's business is Irene today? Oh, she's driving, she said, right? So I'm gonna go back and forth between groups. Let me get. Matter of fact, I'm not. Don't be for that. Travis, come here, Travis. Travis, come here. I wish I had pictures of Travis. Has been with us since she was like 11, 12 years old. I remember when Travis got jumped by these girls in his old school, and he was like, "Mr. Q, I gotta learn how to fight." And I'm like, "They're girls." And now he's like, swagged out. The schools had all types of weird descriptions for him. But Brother Sean and his mother knew that he just needed a different environment, and he shines, no joke. Like, he's out here swag. Look at the foot stance. Y'all may not know, that's an official Brooklyn stance right here. You feel me? Like, that's an official Brooklyn Caribbean stance. Foot at a 30-degree angle. He's sweaty. I don't understand. It took a long time to get him to this level. I'm proud of you, bro. Proud of you. Let's go back. Oh, Blessing! Oh, this is Blessing, my other mini Q butter. Blessing has been in the program. So that's how you know it's an honor. I have many cute butters in like each grade level. I didn't ask them to change their name. Zion, I love you. So Blessing has been in the program with us for 2 years. And Blessing is an honor. It is, I want to use another word. I don't know what other word. But I just love all of my students. And Blessing is not like a regular student. She does all my STEM work. She's my assistant teacher. Like literally, she checks my schoolwork. She does the homework. She sends the emails out for both grades, Miss Irene and myself. She made all the folders.
She offered to tutor.
She tutors. And she's like cool. Like she got phone posits on.
The way she's grown has been quite impressive.
Yes, she's grown. She's grown immensely. So I just want to shout out to you, Blessing. Thank you so much for being part of our program. So I guess I'm gonna go back to my left shoulder now. So turn your camera on. Turn your camera on. Stop playing the talk. You got my work. So look, you look just like your mom. DeQuan's your little brother?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and Divine.
Hold on, there's 3 of y'all.
Yeah, Divine.
I love that. That's the whole family. Yo, y'all don't like. No, that is like when a family is involved. You know what I'm saying? Like it's different. It's just. So this is Dee Dee, and she's in my class. In my class. Yeah, and she has her camera on once in a while. Let me hear you talk. That's pretty much what I get out of the chat box. But you're here, and did you enjoy it this year? Did you learn a lot? Does your portfolio look half as good as on campus? That's what I'm saying. Black power, black power, black power. All right, we're going to the right shoulder now. Stella, come here. This is Stella, Cam's sister, and she's just dope. She's really participant, and she's a cool kid. No offense to the kids who are not. Stella! But if you remember in regular school, it's important to have the cool kids on your side. Y'all know what I mean? You know what I mean? So she's a cool kid. She's a genuine cool kid. She's been in a cool girls club in regular school. So for her to be in a cool club in our school and being involved and actually like it, that means a lot. You know, I don't want my institute to be lame. I was not a lame kid, you know? So I don't want my institute to become a lame spot no way in life. I want my students to enjoy it and love it and be like, we went to XyayX, your school sucks, and I'll punch you in the mouth. And I think Stella will do all of that. And believe it or not, the first time when they asked the question about, so Ryan asked, what happened to the Black Panthers? I wish Malik was still online. And when I was like, Stella, where did we meet, Stella? Where's the first place we met, Stella? Say it again. Say it again. Say it again. Black power. Black power. Y'all heard that? We met at the gun range. That's how important this family is. You couldn't do that around white folks. They be like, gun range, ACL. BCW. One in triple letters. Send them out. So, all right, you're done. So, let's see. We're going to do Zaire. Mazai. Come here, Mazai. I give Mazai already. No, Mazai. Y'all clap Mazai. No, come here, Mazai. Clap her again. This was really easy. She was in regular school, and you know, like I'm like, that's my daughter. I'm the stepdad. It's like my idea, and then mommy was like going with us, and we're like taking her to school, and she's like, I want to be my friends, and it's like big fingers to you, Mr. Q. You suck. And did it suck all the way this year? Was it cool? Did you learn a lot? And you know we love you, right? All right, you can shut your left now.
Yeah, pretty good.
No, Daniel. Come here, Daniel. Come here, Daniel. I want everybody to see. This is Daniel. Act like he's on the internet for 5 minutes. That's Daniel. Everybody say, turn your camera on. No, but he does all of his work. So he's one of the cool kids that's like, I don't have to have my camera on, Mr. Q. I finished the test. Yeah, it's like I did all my work already. Cool. But also we discovered yesterday, did y'all know what he discovered yesterday? What were you doing when we got there yesterday? And watching. Prince of Bel-Air. And then when we pulled you downstairs, what were you doing? What were you shooting downstairs? You were the sniper. This boy's a marksman. So, I'm not sure what state he lives in, but I think we should invest in him, getting as much hours behind weaponry as possible. He has a natural act for shooting. You live in Georgia? So, yes, we need to get him in all the gun clubs and get him taking apart guns and shoot. This kid, I'm not joking. I'm talking about like, I'm ding, 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 ding. Oh, let me try that one. Ding, 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 ding. Let me try that one. Ding, ding, ding. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is scary. This kid, that boy can shoot. So, yeah, we might have to get you in some competitions. But give it up for Daniel. Thank you. You gotta talk a little bit louder, man. We get a black power. Black power. Hey! Hey, Daniel. For y'all, you coming up. And Dee, come here, Dee. Dee, come here. All right, so first and foremost, Dee, the camera never be on. When she turn it on, she be like this. What's the problem? She just be like that. My work is done. And her work is always done. That's why I love her. And on top of that, she's a math whiz. You know, we celebrate geniusness. All of them have their geniusness within them. She's a math whiz. And she's an engineering whiz. Right? So, you know, invest now. All right? Don't wait till she gets too old and then you're like, oh, can I be part of your business? She's not an IPO yet, but she's looking for private investors into whatever she's working on. And if you need somebody to do business, she's already into accounting and business. She don't know it yet, but she's nice with numbers. So if you need a little personal accounting, right there. Black power, good work. All right, Soraya, come here, Soraya. Come here, Soraya. She has been with me through all this. This is Soraya. She believes she's shy, but I think we're all shy in the right room, right? And with the right, you know, we can all be happy. That's the adult. But she ain't no sugar now. This way is a BS. So, but she is no joke. She's one of those students that make me feel like I'm never doing my job good enough. I'm not even lying. She's like, Mr. Q, you did that yesterday. No, you were on the next slide. Like, that's her. No, I finished everything. Mr. Q, after you finish the 50 questions, do you want me to review the other students or do you want me to actually should I rewrite the questions over? Extremely thorough. So she's going to be running corporations and she's going to be one of those people that fires you and
tells you
and just wondering why you're still there. You know, I didn't even know what to say. She's like, you've been fired. I don't want to call security. So, you know, and she's an amazing artist. She's all about Black empowerment, and she gets it. Like, gets it. Across the board. Comprehension is something that's so important to me. And everybody knows how much I stressed understanding astronomy this year, understanding our place in the universe, the place in the planet. And she's like, Mr. Q, so do you want me to correlate that to the first set of questions we did in September, to what we did in October, or to March? And I'm like, wow, no joke. So please clap it up for Soraya. Genovia. Miss Irene stole her from me this year. So Miss Irene, you're not getting her back next year. Huh. But she is no joke. She's one of the children. You see, she's the brat child. So no offense to anybody else's child, but you know, when they get children, you know, when they call the videos out, you want to be like, how good are your students? I'm calling her, like, her books, and says she can pull out her notes from last year in order. And you know, anybody knows that I want all of my students to be on that level. Just like your documents, you should write, everybody should have their birth certificates and credit reports and don't leave them around anywhere and get stolen or anything, right? So that's why you learn this here. So she has that personality. But on top of that, she's like a daughter that I never had outside of the three that I have. And because she's one of the first girls that was in the program. When I met her, was my first time coming to Atlanta, and she was doing somersaults with her moms. Her mother's talking to me, and she's just like doing somersaults, and she's just like, just this beautiful little flower. She literally like, I think, did you have a flower dress on or something? She was just like dancing and jumping around and just like, black power, black power. And her sister was like a dancer. And I'm like, wow, like these kids are real. And her mother was like, I want to put them in the program, and she was like, I would love to be in the program. Just mad excited and happy about life. And she has never lost that energy. And she's been a welcoming voice and presence for all the students who came to the program. And also a standard to see, don't play no games, right? She doesn't play no games, and she takes this very serious, very serious. So I thank you for that, because you make sure everybody knows I'm not crazy. Now she has something to say to y'all. She's prepared to speak. Oh, Miss Irene, you're selling me something.
What were you saying?
Oh, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
I was just saying that, Novia, your mind is so far beyond even a lot of adults. The way you articulate yourself, the way you can connect your thoughts on our people, on even just male-female relationships, the positioning of our children and to our overarching community, and articulate that with words, but also put that to art, has literally astounded me. The past couple of years that I've just been so impressed. You are literally the most impressive young people I've ever met, and it has been an honor teaching you, and Brother Keith cannot have you back, or he's delusional. But I really look forward to everything that you're going to bring to the table next year, because your mind just gives me hope for the future.
Thank you. Hi. I just want to say thank you to all the teachers, Miss Irene. Well, teachers in my class. I don't want to include anybody. I don't want to not include anybody that's in the other classes. But Miss Irene, Mr. Donald, Mr. Robbins, Mr. Q, Mr. Don, Brother Marquise, and all of the above. I very much appreciate you guys spending your time with us in your lives and teaching us.
It's all good, sis.
I don't even like crying. I don't know. I want to be this smart without you. Like I'm amazing. So. Okay. And every time I talk to anyone, they be like, "Oh my God, really? Yeah." And I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'm 13. Yeah, just in May, right?" They're like, 13? Yeah. Yeah. I thank you guys so much. I'm very advanced because of you all. Thank you to my mom and my dad. I did not prepare for this. I did not put a waterproof mascara, so I'm looking like a right. Okay. I have issues. Thank you to Mr. Q for the school and the opportunity and everyone who supports it. I was thinking about being a president, so vote for Novi. If not, I will be a forensic scientist for forensic psychology, working in the FBI, the behavior analysis unit. Thank you.
When I say black, you say power. Black, black, black. Yeah. So last up here that we have up here, now we're gonna go online. Come here, XyayX. Now, when XyayX got here, he had a lot of descriptions on his IEP. Let's just say that, right?
And you know what you were doing in school. Nothing. And you've accomplished a lot this year. Your pop's right there for a tooth and claw for you, man. Tooth and claw. Find a mention, he was talking about how much he needs you in a program like this because he knows how powerful you are. And you know that, right? So I'm gonna need you to go get your pops a hug while we clap it up for him.
Black power. Shout out to your mother.
Hello. I just want to say that being and seeing my brother getting to be a part of this has been beautiful, and seeing the kids in the institute, watching them actually learn stuff, because I know that when I was in school, I wasn't able to actually do that because they didn't care, but y'all care, and I'm so glad that the younger kids are getting to experience that, because I wish that I could have. So I just really am grateful for you guys and appreciate you guys for doing what y'all are doing, because it is beautiful and it's amazing.
Hey, that's what she's telling you. All right, so I think, no, y'all can exit. It's been real. High fives, handshakes, all right? Whoop, 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 high fives, high fives. So something about black power, black power, black power, black power. All right, so, whoa, I'm gonna have to be a little honest here. So, the kids in my class, little Eric, we're gonna shout out little Eric and his mother. Eric, you better have my portfolio done. I didn't get to see it yet. I'm gonna act like he did because I know his mother's having to play. But little Eric is like mad young and he's not class. So shout out to little Eric. Let's clap it up for Eric. Now this next student, I know this sucks, but I'm one of those parents and one of those educators who believes in beating kids. And so during this parent-teachers meeting, I actually had a belt on the screen shared the entire parent-teachers meeting. So with that being said, I want to bring up Rashawn. Rashawn has been with us for 2 years. And Rashawn, if you're watching, I still have the same picture waiting to have the parent conversation with the parent. So I have my portfolio on point. Now we're going to go on to Tracell. Tracell's family is amazing. And Tracell has a work ethic that is continuously growing. Tyler. Brother Tyler. Tyler, I think I'm going to have a little bit more words for, because Tyler actually, he's got some of his work done. He's got his portfolio done. His family is tremendously involved. And he wants to get it done. I think some of the younger teenagers, they just have Naruto and all these weird games they play or Chinese TV shows they watch that just, I don't know what it is. Yeah, but you see, so that's but the Naruto thing. Let me see. Alexandria's not here. Wow. Alexandria is one of those students that walked in the class and said, I'm not gonna like this program. I don't want to learn this, and this is whack. And she's actually got almost 100 on every test he knows. And I said, Alexandria, just give me the opportunity to teach you astronomy. You never had nobody teach you astronomy with gold teeth. Come on. I got Jordans on, gold teeth. I got a little swag. And then she got almost every question right on my earth science test, astronomy test, and living environment test. No joke. She's like 13 years old, and she's ready for Algebra 2. I don't really like the Algebra 2 terms, but if y'all know, I'm getting them to calculus. That's my goal with all my students. I want you to get to calculus, or at least close as possible to calculus. And just so you know, students in high school who at least know what calculus is are like 70% more likely to be successful. You don't even have to know calculus. Just know calculus exists. That's crazy. So, And we have Jeremiah. Oh man, Jeremiah ain't gonna say nothing bad about you, Jeremiah. Clap it up. Oh, no, clap it up. My bad, thank you, sister. Thank you. And then Jeremiah, we're gonna clap it up for Jeremiah. Jeremiah, shout out to you. You know, they have my portfolio looking good, like how Kim's did. I have teenagers, so you know they like teenagers. So I'm not gonna have too much to say. We understand why, right? All right, cool. Victoria. Hey, Victoria and her sister. They've been with us for the longest, and I love her mom. She's always promoting us on Facebook. And they're like those are the super girly girls. Their nails are done, hair done. Like, they don't play. And they love our program. So shout out to them and their family. Liana. Oh, she's a new student. Her attitude is out the roof. She was like, Mr. Cute. No, I'm not doing this. And with the camera on, her camera's always on with the attitude. I love the attitude though. That's what makes us who we are. You know, and to be able to get through that attitude and still have the students say, I enjoy this program, means hell a lot for me. So shout out to Liana and her family. I'm really appreciative of her being in the program. Marshall and Jonelle. Yes, my Jamaican friends. They're no joke. Their family, first of all, is very, if anybody know Jamaicans or Caribbean people, they're like the other island side. They have the very strict side of Jamaica, not the Garrison side. They come from the, my work is done and I'll be here at 6 o'clock. And yes, they are very Marcus Garvey like. You know what I'm saying? The very prestigious Jamaican side. They're very correct. And yes, where you at? Yes, that's what I mean. Because why I say this is, I'm kind of hood. And to have certain people accept me, for me, and knowing who they are. Like I can look at some people and know that your personality is very strong, very, very successful. And to have her family take on this program and her children enjoy it is a testimony to us. So I really am thankful to have them in the program. Shout out to y'all, Black Power, Black Power, Black Power. Let me see. Oh, Anissa and Maya. These are my two little sisters right here. Maya, I don't know if you're watching, but Maya was going through all types of stuff with the city. They tried to give her all types of diagnosis and all these type of things. And largely because Maya just has an attitude and she don't give a damn about you. She don't give a damn about you. It's just that simple. So the easiest thing to do is just make her give a damn about you. And through that method, she's learned tremendously. Her portfolio looks better than Cam's. And she's almost never involved. And most importantly, she's almost completely removed off of any type of drugs that they were trying to push her on or the issues for it. Very strong. And her sister was having teenager, personality things. You know how teenagers like to leave the house and come back when they feel like it and stuff like that. A lot of those behavioral things have changed. And so shout out to her mother, shout out to all the teachers involved, shout out to Brother Q. And so, because this is what it's about, to be able to say that. And shout out to the people that donated. We were able to send her a computer. So these things mean so much to me. Now, moving along, Brother Anthony, how much I can say about you? Comb that hair, comb your hair. And let me stop. But no, Brother Anthony, great kid. He does all his work. Doesn't really talk too much. We have a lot of introverts. A lot of introverts in the program. But I think teenagers are just lame like that. Y'all remember teenagers like they're introverts when they want to be, and then all of a sudden they talk when they want to be. Then all of a sudden they got attitudes. Yo, Robbins! Yo! Yo, big shit! Big shit! All right, so hold on. This is the first time we've ever met. Understand it? This is like, what, 3 years? 3 years. We've never met. 3 years, not one argument. No. 3 years of nothing but dedication.
To you guys and girls.
And he's here. Like, y'all don't, this is such a testimony to who we are. I will just read, I'm going through both the groups, so I'm just going through
I just did the. Oh, you want to talk about Kahari? I know. Yeah, the other students. Yeah. So, oh, yeah, my bad. Come on. I'm sorry. Oh, that was. Yeah. So Kahari and his sister, they was in our program for a long time. And Brother Sean, remember I said Brother Sean, the big lope? That brother right there, y'all don't know, but he's brought in, like, first of all, his family is like, he can fill this room up with his family. And he brought his whole family through. And when he brought this brother here with his 2 children from the Bronx, they were trying to get into the program for the longest. And it took a lot of work, and they found a way to make it happen. So Kahari, shout out to you. I know it's been difficult, and it's been a challenge. Let me see who we got. Oh, Wayne. We wanted to bring Wayne on the trip, but Wayne would have gotten beaten on the trip. I'll just be honest with you, Wayne was gonna get some licks. But shout out to Wayne, because like Wayne, unlike many of the other students, Wayne was not having the greatest experience in school. I don't see how most black boys could have an experience that's good with these white women and white dudes and white black dudes and widow dudes. And so he came to our program, he's doing his work, he's not being all reckless, and if he is reckless, we'll go to his house and jump him. So that's, and why I say that is, it's different. Some of my sisters, you understand. The fathers, we know, we'll have, but the sisters, y'all know what it is to have grown teenage boys that's twice your size or the same size as you in your house. And no, I ain't doing that, Mom. And you trying to be all delicate and kind, like, I gotta go outside this head, man, I wanna go outside. So it's good to know you can call Brother Marquise, you can call Brother Nas, you can call Brother Sean, you can call me up, and we will show up 2 in the morning and wash your son. It's a whole different, you see how the rooms are cleaner now. It's so funny, the kids wasn't cleaning. I'm like, no, my room clean. I don't want Mr. Q to punch me. Yeah. Sabrielle. If anybody's ever been to the Bronx, you'll know that some of the toughest people in New York live in the Bronx now.
Mister.
And Sabrielle is one of my favorite people from the Bronx.
That says Mister all the time. Listen, Mister.
So I'm just gonna leave it there. I know. So let me see. We got Jonelle, Michelle, Zanaya, Joel, and Joseph. Oh, so Joel and Joseph. And Ekua. Who knows Ekua here? Ekua. Yes. So this is Ekua's mother. This is why it's so important. Ekua's mother knows about me through Sanetta, through Nyla Says, through Michi, and she put her daughters and her sons in the program. Her daughter has been teaching for almost 1 year in our program through the internet in Ghana.
Yes.
She's been teaching all year from Ghana. Now I know some parents are like, why that little girl, she don't know what she's doing. This is an experiment called XyayX Institute. And we're making it work. We're underfunded, understaffed. No, we have what we have, and we're gonna make it work with what we got. And what we got was Ekua to be able to become a student teacher and get through a whole year of teaching the kindergarten children. At the same time as doing all her work and her projects in Ghana. Her 2 younger brothers that have been in the program, and internet challenges have made it not the most fun experience, but they've got through it. So I want to shout out to their mother, and again, Nyla and Taj, I know all the family that comes in through us. Jada Wright. Jada Wright is a very quiet girl, quiet family from Mount Vernon. She does her work, and it's been a difficult process for her because she's like one of those quiet, cool girls that wants to be with her friends and just her friends. And her mother said, no, yeah, we'll take you out of the program, so we're putting you in this one. We don't want no white man business in your head. And she's been with us for 2 years. And shout out to her family that's making it work. All right, blessing, amen. Oh, my boy, yes?
I just got here, got the handle like
Hey, Jameer, what up, brother?
What up, Jameer?
Jameer, where's your brother Corey?
Right now, he is out right now, handling family business for my TT.
Well, Corey is his brother, and Corey has done an excellent job in participating. And hopefully that tomorrow, if he shows up, I will dunk on him just to inspire him to continue doing what he does. And he's a great student as well as his brothers and his sisters. Yes, Jameer.
Oh, what's up, Mr. Robbins?
Who's in, I wanted to say hi to you, Jameer. I know I didn't say. Oh, my boy Irvin. Now, Urban. So if you know, I'm an engineer. I like making things, breaking things, taking things apart, figuring out how they work. And to have students who genuinely want to be engineers, no offense to anybody who just wants to do anything else, but I like the engineer kids. And Urban is one of those children. I bought him an engine this year. He almost got through, but we're gonna get him another one. But for him to be, I think, like 12 or 13 years old and take on the curriculum that we have and wake up. Unfortunately, he wakes up 7:30 every morning to be in class. Our California kids have a different type of dedication. And if anybody wonders why we start at 11, it's because we started with Miss Irene. So Sister Farasha, Miss Irene, and Brother Robbins. Brother Robbins and Miss Irene's in California. Sister Farasha, we on the East Coast. He was like, yo, why don't we just start at 11 o'clock? And that makes a little sense. So I want you to understand the dedication that Miss Irene has. She's waking up 8 in the morning. 5 kids. I know y'all be like, Mr. Robbins on late. It is 9 in the morning. You cannot come to XyayX before 10:30. If anybody been to XyayX, you know, I'm not opening the door for you. No. And y'all know 6:30, Mr. Q does not see y'all. You cut yourself, fall. That's on you and the band-aids in the kitchen. So I know that we know what it is to dedicate. 8 in the morning. Miss Irene, 8 in the morning to like 12 o'clock. 1 whole year straight. That is a different level of dedication. And so again, I want to clap it up for my California people because they make this. Mr. Robin. So, and I'm going to go into Miss Irene's class now. Oh, hold on. The Juma. Where's Nasir? Nas, where you at? And who else is online? I need to see who else is online. Peyton, Sarah, Tyler. I just talked about Tyler. My boy Tyler. All right, hold on. Leave him on the screen. Like I said, you can bring the camera down. You bring the lights down. So.
Oh, okay. I see him.
It's cool. No. Leave him on the screen. So again, y'all, I'm not crazy. Sean, I love you, bro. I have a music studio. My music studio is well known, right? But for them in the studio, you're an engineer with a studio. There's a lot of adult things going on. I've never seen you in a school queue or in a suit. Why would I believe you're in education? So when the big bloke get involved and his whole family got involved, it wasn't me that's crazy. Then they started seeing Damo and they're like, oh, there's a couple of y'all that's crazy. All right. So now when the Juma, who's also connected with Sean, I told you Sean family is huge. The Juma and her kid, they work for the city. They are in no way in any form slouches, professionals, and their children have been in the program for 2 years. Anything I want to add?
Well, I do know that I'm happy to be a part of XyayX, and I saw it and I reached out to my cousin Sean, and he gave me the information, and my husband and I, we got on board, And I realized that public school wasn't doing anything for my children. And as soon as they got to XyayX, as a matter of fact, within their first week of coming home from XyayX, they started to volunteer information. They started to volunteer information about what they learned in school. And I'm like, wow, because usually when I ask them, well, what did you learn in school today? They just say, well, we did math, we did science. They can't give me anything that they actually learned. And then, you know, my youngest, Amira, she came home and she's like, do you know what a Hubble constant is? I was like, what? What? I didn't even spell that. I never heard that before. You know, my son, Nasir, he was supposed to start high school this last year. And he came home and he's like, Mom, I built a remote control car. And Mom, I built a wireless magnetic stirrer. And he showed me all the parts and how the receiver and this and that. I'm like, wow. So I had to call some of his teachers from his old junior high school and let them know that this child that did nothing in their classes in public school, this is what he's doing today in XyayX, and they can't even believe it. Black power, black power. Dawn, Kanika, Marsha, Miss Stella. I just want to thank you all for
Wonderful job.
a wonderful job, yes, and for adding to our village, because we can't take credit for teaching and raising our children. It takes a community, it takes a village to raise a child, and we here.
We here too, Queen. We appreciate you.
And Najuma and her husband, their family that will offer like porridge to the children, and
she be bringing
cookies.
Yes.
I just saw everything. So let's clap it up again for them. I just saw Tyler mom. Did you go?
She just left.
Oh, okay. No,
Oh, wait, she's back. Miss Jacqueline. She left again. Oh no, she's right here. Miss Jacqueline. We just gotta thank you real quick. Put your video on, Miss Jacqueline.
So as Miss Jacqueline's coming on, so to our other class, we have, which is a smaller class, Miss Iris class. Is she there?
Hi. We just want to thank you so much for getting that food delivered yesterday. Everybody ate good.
Yes.
Thank you.
Awesome. I'm glad I could pitch in some way. I'm always trying to do more than I am doing in the midst of working.
No, we appreciate that, sis. That's the Underground Railroad. You see that? Look, we got to get to Virginia. We need some food. She said, look, just get to the highway 64, and I'm going to have somebody deliver it over there, and you're going to keep running. Don't stop. Don't look. Don't turn around and look at no white folks. You just keep running. And she got us here. We got in there with a whole bunch of food in the place. And I'm like, damn. That's how that works. And that's, thank you so much, sis. And we're going to make Tyler keep his camera on some more.
You're quite welcome. You're quite welcome. And I'm going to rub down because I'm looking in the face of a snake and I'm terrified.
Okay.
Wow.
Be safe.
Be safe. So, running to the last one, we have.
I'm terrified. I'm so sorry.
She's really right.
And I'm looking forward to it. And I'm definitely going to be doing more. I'm going to take my entire schedule so I can do more active come the upcoming year. I am so sorry.
I'm in the face of the storm.
All right. So, running to the last one. Garcia. So, going back, we're going to the smallest group. Now, this last group is only about 8 students. Like you heard, your Novia we put in this group. So we're not age dependent. We go off maturity and capabilities. Soraya, how old are you, Soraya? She's 17. Zenobia is 13, you just heard. They're in the same class. So again, it's not about age, it's about maturity and work ethic. Miss Irene don't want nobody in the class unless you're like Soraya and Zenobia. And our golden boy, Brother West. Shout out to Brother West. I particularly, like I said, my engineer students, Tyler, Irvin, Nasir, Quadro, Jalil Takari. Brother West is no joke. So if I'm going to ask y'all to invest in another student, all of them are. But Brother West is our 15-year-old student, and he's actually in calculus right now. He's at calculus level. He just started soldering his first projects. And next year, anybody in the class knows, Didi knows, because Didi I think is a little good math. I'm catering it to these minds. So everybody has to keep up to this, so no one gets left behind. But to have students who have such a high capacity of work to learn, be within our grasp, is an opportunity for the world. That's Brother West. We're going to clap it up for Brother West. Now, next we have there's coffee in the back now. If I forgot somebody, not my fault. I'm getting old. Go ahead, push back. So, next up we have brother and sister. We're almost done. London and Kennedy. London couldn't come in today because he's our resident boxer. So if you want to invest in one sports player in our program, London is working on becoming a semi-professional boxer. He's having his first fight come up very soon. He's about 15 years old, and he wants to go pro. So this is someone to invest in headgear, boxing time, tutors. He has to leave class early. And so any of the students who do need to tutor somebody, this is someone that wants to get help. Again, he's already en route to being professional. So even if he doesn't become super successful, he can become a coach, trainer, or one of these things. So we want to support that. His sister is no joke. So when we talk about bright minds, Kennedy is one of the brightest minds that I've ever had to get an opportunity to teach. So if you could, please clap it up for these two. So you already saw your Novia, Shadonia, Masai. And then from them two, we will be going to Soraya. And next after that would be Gigi. Where is Gigi at? Put the camera on Gigi. Oh my God.
Hey, Tiani.
Gigi! Hey! So, most people think class clowns are boys. Gigi has made this year so cool just by the fact that she is a spunky. I know Miss Irene. Miss Irene does not like students when they act like kids. And I know I would have failed, Miss Irene, I would have failed your class.
Don't put that on.
I'm just being honest. So I be feeling bad because I know I would have not passed Miss Irene's class. I would have got kicked out. And I would have been, he has so much potential. That would have been a speech I got. He has so much potential. But I would have definitely failed it. I ain't gonna lie. So, the fact that Gigi is getting through it, and Gigi is like one of those free-spirited kids who just like, I do what I want. I love that about you, Gigi. She does her work. She participates. They all look like their father. It's like, look. They all look like Eric. They're all baby Eric. And thank you, Gigi, for making this year so cool. I know your little brother said you're not coming back. And Eric, I got disappointed when you said that you're not coming back to the Institute.
Yeah. No, I think we might. He just wants to give us another chance.
Oh,
My dad wants to see if we can apply what we know from here into actual school. That's why he's just giving us a chance, and then we might come back here.
no, but I wanted to let you know that we appreciate your time that you've been with us.
I appreciated the time that y'all gave us and the chances that you gave me. And I think, yeah, it really did apply. And I think I did excel in the things that I was struggling with when I was in school, when I first started middle school. Yeah, I was struggling with math a lot, and you actually helped me understand it better. Social studies and starting to help me understand that better. English, I've gotten way better. It was a really good experience, and I'm going to be honest, I really liked it here. Thank you.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Thank you,
Black power, black power. So I believe that's all the kids. If I miss someone, you have to just, curse me out in the email. It won't be the first or last time. So with that being said, let me give one last black power. Black power. Black power. So we're gonna break for a minute, and then we're gonna come back at 6 for our our homeschooling event, and we're gonna have a little meeting and figure out what we want to do tomorrow. Also, so we have a new option. Shout out to Yamora's dad and your Novia's dad. He actually got a space where we can go horseback riding for the kids. Also, hold on. Also, now let me just put this out there. We also found a private range we might be able to go to finally. Now, with the range, it will be a training type of situation. So, if you want to go to the range, I'm asking this now so we can figure out, because I really don't care about David Buster's and stuff. I want to take y'all to the range. That's what I care about. Horseback riding is cool. Cars break down, not to ride a horse. I like that. I'm saying David Buster's is just like spending money with white folks. If we gotta shut y'all up, we're gonna do that. It's like Chuck E. Cheese, right? Exactly. Exactly. So if we want to do that, so I just want you to understand. Bullets cost $50 a box right now. So if we do training style, I suggest that we do 9mm bullets, and we tell the kids you're gonna get one clip. That way it's like 17 the most, and now we can spread out. 2 people or 3 people can share in on a box of bullets. But if you want to splurge out, you buy your own $50. I cannot. I wish I would not even try. That's a lot of money. Your mom will find out arm race. You can buy that. But I strongly suggest that we take the training route. So at least they're not just spraying bullets for no reason. They actually had a class, and I believe it's either the Community Gun Club that was to do it for. And so they'll actually show the children how to properly load the gun, discharge the gun, take it apart. And then if you want to shoot extra bullets, I'm going to be on the side having a field there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Black power. Black power. Black power.
Yo, chill.
That's presentation, bro. Don't presentation.
Thank you. How's that playing? How's that? Oh, let me play it on YouTube. Hold on, Q. Yo. Hold on, yeah. Hold on. Robert's got to come in. Hold on.
Right here. He came to my class. He couldn't read. He couldn't talk really, and he was embarrassed. And he came late, and he got his portfolio together, and he became one of the premier readers in the class and a standout student. So for most improved learner, I gave him a little $20 fee.
Fire!
Take one time to read, please. Oh, say hello.
Yeah, also most improved. I got scholarship money when I see the portfolio done. When you get the portfolio done, you get $100. You get 100.
You get the lights on. You get the lights on.
I need the portfolio. If I don't see them, I can't get them.
Push them all up. Yeah, push them all up.
I got it. You can show me online, that's what I did.
So we're still live. Shout out to everybody that donated. If you want to donate some
I brought money to give away my students. I brought bread to give away to my students. Understand? If you had your portfolios, you would get some bread. No, we're a portfolio. Don't come around here now. Don't come around here now. Now you want to see now they talk about cameras? Ah, he brought it? I would have blessed him. No, you gotta show me all. I'll come on when I go back to LA. I'll come online and see it again. Then we'll send you a money order. Listen to English for you. I know where it's at.
We watching from New Jersey, you know what I'm saying? Gangsters and gentlemen, bow, bow, bow. Hold on, so I can put a hammer out on them? Don't do that? Oh, we enjoy this legal. It's legal. You gotta do They look good. So thank you. All we've been thinking about is just us, and this is happening, and it's gonna you, and you, and you, and look at that suit, you know what I'm saying? Bow, 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 bow. You feel me? Kevin Samuels, this is how you wear a suit, and you drop it like a mo, you feel me? I smack you in this suit, like this. Pop. Straight. Huh? Okay. Bow. 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 You feel me? Bow. Bow. That's how gangster string is jacket out. Bow. You feel me? This is kindergarten through 12th grade.
Mr. Doggy with some instruments. Are you doing that?
You dig? I'm trying everybody that's disappointing.
I saw the WhatsApp.
Bring him here.
Razi was great. Oh no, sis, let's go. They're about to come clean up. All this money I paid, they didn't clean this. You see a little boy here, white dude running about like that. We got a white service, right? Leak drop all the shit on the floor. Sis, stop doing that. Let that cracker do it. My boy, you out? You coming back, right? Y'all leaving? All right. Ask if you gonna come back later on. Y'all out? Y'all out? Yo, with the camera. Oh, group picture. Yo, Quadro, you're fired. Everybody, let's bring it on group picture.
you're fired.
Quadro with the camera.
The memory card is done.
Quadro, if the memory card is filled, you just empty the memory card.
Excuse me, I need everyone over the stage, please, because we're all gonna have a group picture. Everyone get over here now. No, Erica, come over here. Come over here. Come on. Group picture.
Yeah, our teachers. What the teachers at?
After that picture, Mr. Donald will be singing the song of My Mother. And Carlo, you're fired.
You're fine. Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am? Ma'am?
In the picture with us, right?
Zion Gilbert. And you? Your name? Yes, right. David Gilbert. One good picture. What's wrong with you?
Give me the mic.
You're not meditating.
It's been true. I'm afraid to die. Understand. Oh, I'm coming. I know.
I guess maybe it's time to speak it down. I don't know. That's just what she asked. If we can bring it down, there's an event going on next week.
Oh, wow. All right, we gotta go. So we can go picture real quick. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to. Okay,
You have to go?
Yeah. Let me take this picture first. Guys, come together.
Oh, I got gum too, but I want that flavor. The straight flavors.
You like you lost that fight.
Here, no shake flavor.
All right.
Thank you.
Ella, you gotta get a picture. Quadro, take a picture. Quadro, that's the next picture.
Giselle, go see if you see Brother Marquis on there.
Somebody go get Marquis.
I was definitely cutting you.
Ella, please stop touching his mouth.
Hey!
Why you gonna put Joshua? All of y'all go this way. Everybody go that way.
All right. And a one.
I said no.
I'll eat you.
Looking like more.
Okay.
Black power.
Okay, stay right there. Y'all children, come take a picture with the teachers. Come on. Excuse me, baby. Yeah, all these short ones.
Come on.
Daniel, come on.
Come on.
Dr. Amari, let's go.
Outside, let me trip.
Zion, let's go.
All right. Yeah, go get a
Keep touching the wire on the floor.
Nah. Take your hood off.
Cheese. Look.
Black power.
Hands up. Black power.
All right, let's do it one more time here, Mr.
Oh,
Marquis.
hold on 1 second. What's
Only the people around the edges to put their fist up, otherwise it's gonna block people's
Yes.
faces. Everybody in the front, get down.
Well,
Go
can you turn the camera this way?
down,
Everyone?
go down, please.
On live camera?
Not too much, not too much. Okay, let's
Go online camera. Which one's that? This one?
1, 2, the edges, that power.
Black power. All right.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right.
Everybody, we're gonna fit in. Everybody just fit in and fit in. Get here on time. Come on, get everybody.
Stay.
Come back.
Nitty,
And then
Nitty.
he put all y'all go.
Zion, come on.
All y'all come take a picture. All y'all.
Cynthia, come on.
Y'all, all y'all in the back, y'all take a picture.
Huh?
Everybody take a picture.
Zion, let's go.
Not taking a picture.
She just called and said that she.
Okay, let me go get it.
Ready, one.
Let's go. Go on, Zion. Wire's on the floor. Black wire. Zion, come on, Zion.
We ain't gonna take all. Let's get this done.
Here we go. Ready? 1, 2.
Come on,
Get inside there. Mescanet. Go over there. Go sit on that chair right there. Mescanet. Right there. Yeah.
Black power.
All right, ready?
Somebody step on the wire. Everybody take a step back. Everybody take 1 step back to the front.
Ready?
Marquise, the wire for the cameras on floor. Marquise, the wire for the cameras on.
I see it live, but where's the wire?
I mean, it's still live on YouTube. Don't worry about it.
I see it live.
Another laptop.
All right, ready?
Black power.
6 to shoot. And 1 across the line. Orders
All right, here we go.
so far.
Here you have to tiptoe. There we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Black
All right. Oh, one more time. Last one.
Yo, hurry up, man.
hurry up, run. Come on, Zion. This isn't a photo for you. This is a photo for your family.
No, speak, let's go.
I know that's at the front
Let's go! Watch the wires, watch the wires, watch the wires.
Don't touch the wire.
She said, I'm like, hold on.
Hold on. Y'all stand together right now. Y'all believe it?
That's crazy, right? Everybody's saying that. Like,
That's crazy.
Yo,
That's wild.
No, we did not.
I've been shooters for a long time. I'm a sneaker head. I don't be wearing shoes like that, so I need fire.
You're supposed to get an account for the range and for the holiday. I know.
Somebody turn the camera around. We can't
He
see
told
anymore.
me to remind you, but I know.
Oh, nobody's here. We about to end the party.
Yeah, we gonna start back.
Yo, ill, bro. I appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate
you, man.
We making it work, man.
The culture, man.
You already know how we do. So we can do a head count for how much people's gonna be on for tomorrow.
Hey, I'm about to take a picture right now.
Stop.